Morning, y'all. It was working a second ago as well, you know.
Yeah, I need all of these here going to be black, so I need to change this.
1 second, y'all. Can you hear us though?
They can hear you.
Morning. 1 second.
Oh my gosh.
The world shall not block my beauty.
I just realised we don't have tea. Sorry, after all this time sitting here.
Oh, no, I didn't want any, sorry.
It's fine.
Thanks all this time sitting here.
As in, I literally just realised now.
Oh, yeah. Morning, Belinda. I forgot to shout out Belinda the other day. Listening from South Carolina. Is that where J. Cole's from? I think he's from North. Carolina's finest. He never really said it was South, North, West or East. I think he's North. I think he's North Carolina. But big up, Belinda.
All right, we're good.
And I'm going to let Brent say the rest of y'all.
All right, let me just come on to everybody.
No, I haven't
my
introduced the show.
My apologies. This is all my fault. There was somebody parked on our driveway.
Okay.
And I stopped there being a bus stop between your favorite Hackney legend and the aforementioned
Invisible person.
Yeah.
You're
You don't know who he was,
never
you
even
know.
there was,
You would have been out here doing this. Doing shadow boxing. Don't
we were
even know who
never
it
even
is.
close to there being a bus stop. They're probably gone now.
They wouldn't have been bust up.
wanna check?
Marks, you knocked on the door, and as soon as you opened the door, I said, "Why?" I said, "Why are you like this?" I said, "What?" I said, "What did I say to you again?" I think I said, "What spirit did you wake up with?" or something like that. And then you went on to explain, and I said, "That's the reason for the knock."
You know what? It's pettiness. And I hear it. Because I'm petty too.
Nah, but he's like, come on, man. Anyway, let's tell people good morning. Morning, people. It is Monday. Happy New Week and all that great stuff. It is Monday, the 13th of May. Welcome to TDA, the day after. Your favorite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. And as always, you have amazing hosts with you, and we'll let you know who we are.
It's your boy, 6 foot plus of pure temptation. Big Marks from the east side of the bridge.
Fighter.
Morning, peeps.
It's your girl, Justine, representing the fitness queens in the scene.
Ow. Oh, the other mic is in your face.
You can see it now. I don't know what she's doing.
I'm not going to lie. I think I need to get my...
You can't see it.
Like, my eyesight's got really bad. Like, it's
Your
significant.
You couldn't see the mic in there. To be fair, I actually didn't act up. No, let me never
It's
move
really
mad.
tiny,
Because I'm
though.
close. That's the only reason I can see.
It's
If I was
really
sitting there,
small.
I probably wouldn't see it either.
That thing is small. Okay, yeah, now I can... Now, if
I
you
can
did
see.
it to me, you can throw shade.
Where is your microphone?
Here.
All right. Can you
Oh, you thought I was blind?
Can you put that one down? Like, no,
This one?
this one, the middle one. And then put yours up a bit now. Oh, it's all right, actually.
That's fine.
Morning, people. As always, your favourite shade queen, my own royalty. I think I'm back and settled in now. Back on time, back in schedule, so that's great.
We love that for you. Is that
But I'm
how
going
you'll
away
say it?
again, so we'll see how I turn up on Monday.
All right,
No,
then.
when are you going away?
Wednesday.
This Wednesday?
Yeah.
And when you back? Right, we're all going away, innit? You're going away on Friday.
Yeah, I
Where you
am
going?
Friday. I'm going my bell.
How long
Go
for?
Marbs.
Just till Monday.
Oh,
Okay, that's a nice weekend, though.
Oh, is it?
Next week.
You get my baby
Turning
next
up.
week?
Vegas.
Oh,
Oh,
okay, girl.
that for the hen.
Yeah.
Oh, that's lit.
I don't know.
Oh, girl, I'm going to watch your stories.
I don't know if I have I don't have the mental capacity.
I don't have the capacity.
I don't for what I'm about to.
How can everyone believe it? What, we're just breaking the news? There's no show Friday?
No, I'm here.
E-man, no, Gina's here, E-man's here.
Oh, no,
Brent is here.
wait.
Well,
That's
welcome to
basi-
our staff meeting.
Basically.
Welcome. First of all, it's a special day today.
What?
It's Danielle's birthday.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Big up Danielle.
I thought that was Saturday.
Did you
Co-founder
say that-
of...
wait, sorry. No.
Sorry.
Did you tell her birthday when you went to her house? You egg. About you thought it was Saturday.
I did.
No, you didn't.
I did.
You did nothing of the sort.
You never heard.
All right. Imagine the boy that makes a scene. All of a sudden, I was whispering. Brent, as you working?
And did you say... you said bye when you left?
No, you didn't.
You said bye to her when you left?
You didn't.
You
You and
know,
Marv
you were
didn't, you know.
out of your cotton picking mind.
Brent,
What? When?
you know when he was like, I don't do X because I'm going to be X? I
Did you see
hear it. Yes.
First hand you saw
Brent.
it, right?
When I said what?
You were leaning
Why
and
look at
shit.
me?
And when you say you don't,
Do I?
Yeah.
Oh,
because
I'm
you get...
a thingy person.
yeah, I told you that though.
No,
My
but-
consumption
but-
is different.
Sorry.
I
there's
believe you.
Different things.
Oh, sorry, yo.
Sorry. My consumption is different.
You said, what does that mean?
Tolerance is in the mud. I'm not thinking.
Sorry, Mag. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, go.
Sorry.
What, are you really intrigued by what I'm saying?
Yes.
My consumption is different.
What does it mean?
She consumes
I
different.
consume it differently.
I don't know. I don't know what he's talking
Elaborate.
about. I
Go
don't
on.
know what he's talking about. So I don't even know why I said that. I don't know what. I'm not even listening. I don't know what you're talking about.
I eat it.
Oh yeah, cool.
Okay.
But what
Oh,
happens
eating
when
is the
you
worst,
do-
though.
It's in your system.
Ah, okay, I'm with you. So.
Eating is the worst, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's all sweets and shit.
Sorry.
Happy birthday, Danielle.
Happy birthday.
We love you, girl.
I woke up laughing yesterday morning.
You're a sicko.
I still can't get over Marvin spitting his drink in her face.
I remember that, did you?
Can you imagine?
You
actually imagine?
You didn't remember to say goodbye, but you remember that.
Can you imagine?
You
Yeah,
know-
you and Marv didn't say goodbye.
Do you know how funny that was?
That was crazy.
That was
That was right
hilarious.
out of a TV show.
And I didn't win the round. These are snakes.
Nah,
These
but-
are
Trench foot.
snakes.
Can you imagine?
Trench foot.
That weren't a
Trench
trench
foot.
foot.
That was a trench foot.
It
I
wasn't.
think
That was African
I'll be honest with
children.
you, yeah. I
African
think it was...
children.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Was it African children? But it's more... It was African children, but it's more your delivery, though. Because you was where you were. It was... You were here, but you weren't her.
Oh, my. I'm glad you saw it, Esther, man.
No, how could I miss it?
I'm glad you saw
How
it.
could I miss it? Were there only two, you know?
Nobody would have believed me.
Nah,
What?
man.
That was the whole. That's the whole point of that. I was having a time. I was fine.
No, we know you having a time. We know. You ain't got to... You have to prove that. But that was a lot of fun, though. Big up Danielle.
Danielle is the CEO of The New Black.
Absolutely.
You will be probably seeing her on air.
She's in the chat, actually.
Aren't she?
Yes, she is.
When is she going to come up and join the conversation?
Danielle, when are you going to come up and join the conversation,
They've
sis?
been asking for you.
They've been asking for you.
They've been asking for you.
Been.
Yeah, so we'll wait and see when she says that she's going to come.
I feel like that meme. You know the meme, like someone's, it's like a reporter, a news reporter, and then a black woman at the back, like, I feel like Brent's backup dancer this morning.
I know that's right.
I know that's right.
All right, let me just.
Well, big
run
up Danielle.
through
Love you,
the-
girl.
The good mornings.
Sorry, not Curtis Jackson telling me,
Well, you
no,
s-
Gina, it's just Jean representing the black queens in the fitness scene. What's with all the remixes? I'm sorry.
They're holding you accountable.
Literally, I hear it.
Fair.
Apologies.
That's sweet.
I'll
then.
get it right next time.
That's sweet.
All right, so before you continue with your saying that you're going to be effing off for a good period of time,
First of all, it's like one day each.
is yours one day?
Do you say good morning to people?
Good morning, Black Mara. Good morning, T. Good morning, TT. Good morning, Christy.
BOE.
See how that lined up well? Good morning, Raheem Lee. Hey, is that the Raheem I spoke about? Maybe it is.
Okay, Raheem.
All right, bro.
Bad self.
Interesting that you have an all black display picture, though. Very interesting.
Okay. Brent, just let
Good
them know.
morning, Mercy Prestige.
Monday.
Good morning, DCF Mooks. Good morning, Akuya.
Equia.
Akuya.
Morning,
Mandy.
Akuya.
Good morning, Amelia
My namesake.
Dadson. Good morning, Chris Ogon. Good morning, Amy Snowglobe. Good morning, Ruby Wednesday. Good morning, Lewis Williams. Good morning, Belinda Owusu.
That's from South Carolina.
Can I say something?
we
Sorry. You
international?
know when you said Belinda, in my head, I was like, I bet she's Ghanaian. And now you've just confirmed that she is. Like, I was going to...
Oh, there was...
No, I literally was going to say, I bet she's Ghanaian. But
Belinda.
you just literally confirmed it. Thank you.
Good morning,
That's so
Dr.
funny.
Mani. Good morning,
Dr. Money.
Dwayne Foster. Good morning, JW. Good morning, Binti. Good morning, Noreen Mwunga. Good morning, it's probably Novunga.
You're really in here with your government name.
Oh, it's Mwunga. Sorry.
So those are people that don't act, you know.
Yeah. Good morning, Abby Apia. Good morning, Cindy A. Good morning, Chijoke. Good morning, Fernand. Good morning, Daniel. Good morning, Ty Boogie. Good morning, Crud Crow. Good morning, IX Ether.
Okay.
Interesting. Good morning, Star Crow. I need you guys to do
sick.
something special on Tuesday, Star Crow.
What's happening on
I
Tuesday?
think he's a Tottenham fan.
Okay.
I think so. I don't think it's Chelsea. Maybe
Oh.
it's Chelsea.
Sorry. Can I interrupt quickly?
Sure.
Can you guys quickly go on Twitter, please, and retweet the show?
Mm-hmm.
Just a quick. It's a quick one. Thank Thank you very much. Just go on Twitter. If you follow the day after, it will be that pink banner at the top of your page. If you could kindly retweet that and just put people on, we would really, really, really appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Do it for whoever you like the most in this room.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good morning, Mother Boof. Good morning, MGT. Good morning, Kwarashi T. Good morning, Kasume. Good morning, Everest. Good morning, Marianne. Good morning, Kara A. Good morning, Lala. Good morning, 0121MP.
Okay.
Good morning, Daniel Dodo.
Birthday girl.
Good morning, Curtis Jackson. Good morning, Izzy Bambino. Good morning, Powwow. Good morning, L. Good morning, Enoch. And I think I'm up to date. International expert, Nightfall, Kevin Thompson, Ray Reynolds.
I haven't Kevin in a while.
Anna Maggie. Good morning,
Lovely.
morning. And Tina.
Morning.
And Joanna C. I'm done.
Are you done?
I'm done. I'm not doing it anymore.
Done or you're finished? All right. So I'm not doing anymore. Morning, people. I hope everyone is good. Quick comment from Spotify. King Charles _12 says, you gain souls sleeping around. Hear this theory. They contribute to your child. This is why some children start acting strange and parents don't know where it's coming from. It is from the woman you smashed in 2020.
It's a callback and a half, isn't it?
That's a callback and a half. But also, not the spirits lingering in your chow. They're just lingering in your sperm waiting for you to meet an egg.
That's a weed smoker.
Yeah?
That's a wake and bake. Wake and baker.
Who said that?
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
But your theory is that he's right. He was just saying, I agree with Max. That's all he was saying.
No, I don't agree you take spirits from people when you sleep with them. I said it was an energy transfer. You was saying the spirits. So that's not agreeing with me.
He even said it's your children. Your
I
child
don't-
is the
I don't-
girl you linked.
I don't agree with nothing he said.
But didn't we agree that the whole energy and the spirit were Spider-Man? No, we didn't.
We is French.
Oh,
That'll do it.
okay.
That'll do it.
I didn't agree with that.
Fair
He
enough.
said you did not have to worry about
No,
me.
you do not have to worry.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
That's it. All right, Brent, over to you, King.
Cool. I've got a message from. There's actually one for Emmanuel too, but he's not in yet.
Okay.
There's a call back. All right. So first off, it is. Shouldn't we say first off? It's first up, isn't it?
It is first out. First things first. Rest in peace, Uncle Phil.
Beep, 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 beep.
For real. Love it. We're always here.
Literally.
Love it.
All right. Just some clarification. This is from Dwayne Foster.
Okay.
You can play my voice on TDA if you want. Hopefully, you can hear me.
Can we just say, because sometimes people listen, they've missed a couple of days or something, and they don't know what's happening. Dwayne is a lovely young man from Trinidad, must be Brent's cousin, who
I don't know if he's fully Trinidadian.
isn't it? Okay, well, forget Brent's cousin.
If his parents are Trinidadian, any fully Trinidadian?
I don't know if both his parents are Trinidadian. He said he's from Trinidad, but he said he's Trinidadian too. But that doesn't mean anything. That could mean that you just have Trinidadian.
That's true.
Yeah.
Fair. Okay.
There's
Anyway,
someone else that's also Trinidadian in the chat, but
they're not
they,
full.
they don't mention that they're Jamaican too.
Oh, is it?
Understand? No, a whole
How do you
half.
try that? That's
A whole
I
half.
said,
A
oh.
whole half.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, you're denying your roots.
It's like, well, I'm half Bayesian.
I never knew that.
My dad's,
Actually,
my
I
dad's from
did.
Barbados. You did know
I
that.
did know that. No, that's that. I did know that.
Serious?
Don't be stupid, Brent.
So you're not Jamaican?
Yeah, you been sitting here talking about you're Jamaican. You're a fraud.
I'm Jamaican.
You're half. To be fair, that's why you don't know certain things. Black rock can get off your case now.
Jamaican, Bayesian, Syrian.
Ooh,
What?
not a mix. You mixed
He's
race.
Syrian.
What's Syrian?
Syrian.
Mixed culture.
He's from Syria.
He's Syrian.
Since when?
Last week.
You wanted to be a black king? Hey,
It's my ancestors. My great.
Oh, did you do
How
the
many grades?
DNA thingy?
How many great?
I don't know how many grades it is. Wait, what does it work out to? It's my nan's nan.
Okay.
That's like 4 grades. Have you got any Nigerian in you?
Oh, no.
Did you do an ancestral thing?
Yeah.
No, I need to do one.
I think you should do
Did you
it.
see? I saw one girl on Twitter. Did you see it?
No, what's
One Ghanaian girl on Twitter who did the thing,
Yeah.
and it fully, obviously she's Ghanaian, but it fully says she's Nigerian.
No way.
It's so funny because she's really arguing, and people are like, change the flag in your bio. But she's like, it's not accurate. I need to do a different one.
It's not a different one, girl.
No, but it's hilarious because it fully says she's predominantly Nigerian,
That's so funny.
literally, and she's like, they were like, yeah, your parents aren't telling you something.
No, you adopted, sis.
Yeah.
Well, how was it like 100% or something?
No, I think I don't remember what the split was. I don't remember.
It was
It
high
was trending
Nigerian.
on Twitter though.
That's wild, though. I
But
didn't
she
see it.
was
That's
predominantly Nigerian.
wild. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, your parents, you definitely got to sit your parents down. Mum, where have you been? That's what you have conversations about. I think you should do it, though. I think it'd be really cool. Yeah, so sorry, Dwayne.
Results are in. He is full
What?
Trinidadian. His
Just
mother's,
fully?
Yeah, his mother's from Tobago and his father's from Trinidad.
Oh, lovely. All
That's
right.
a full Trinidad. That's a real proper one.
Yeah. Proper.
Trinidad and Tobago.
I'm expecting his voice note to have his accent.
I hope so. But basically, quick. Dwayne is a lovely young man that we are very fond of now. And he basically just wants to settle down with a black girl. White women keep moving to him. He's not on it. But black girls aren't really receptive to him. So we're trying to get to the bottom of this situation. But yeah, so it was great. If you want to catch up on the 40 Fridays show.
Straight.
But he sent a voice note in. So we know what Dwayne is a good looking guy. He's a very lovely young man, upstanding member of society and all that great stuff. But the only thing we didn't know was what his voice sounds like. So that's the last thing now. Brent asked for a voice note and he's been given a voice note. I said he sent a voice note as if he was moving to somebody. They said I was being dramatic. But we've got a voice note, so let's see what Dwayne sounds like.
All right, so let me just say the message.
And we have his
Email.
consent to play it, so people know.
I got self-respect. I'm not desperate. I'm gonna keep trying. Fingers crossed. My glasses will calm, I think, and my mates. He says mates.
Yeah, I say mate though.
No, you don't.
Do you say mates?
From East London, mate.
I say mate.
Huh?
So I'm from East London, mate. So
Do you?
See?
I'm from East London.
I say mates.
I don't say mate.
I definitely say mate. You're right, mate. I say mate quite a bit.
Who'd you say mate to?
Yeah.
Anybody, my mum, pastor. I'm joking. I didn't say mate to my pastor. I say mate to my pastor. That's rude.
You say
It's a man of God.
You're right, mate to your mum.
Yeah, well, like banter.
All right, mate.
Yeah, like banter.
What did she say back? Fuck off.
No, she probably says the same thing back. Mum calls me talking about yo. I'm like, girl, don't speak to me like that.
Oh,
I'm your
is it?
child.
Is it?
Yeah, it's just banter.
She says yo.
Yeah, mum, she's very dramatic.
What, mommy? Does she say yo?
My mum doesn't behave like my mum.
My mum tells me she's shy for me. I do, so mum says I'm very shy for you. So my mum, trust me, my mum, she's good.
My mum's been blocked for like a couple of weeks.
Well, that'll do it.
You blocked the queen?
Yeah.
You.
Let her people them get you.
Hell.
It's so,
People
it's so
don't get-
peaceful over this side though. I
I'm
love
screaming.
It. I love it.
When
for
you
me.
say block, you talking about social media or you talking about?
No,
Oh,
on
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp.
It'd be like that though sometimes. I had to block people.
She
yeah.
triggered me, and I just thought, you know what?
block.
I
blocker,
ain't
blocker,
doing this
blocker.
with you. So I blocked her. And
How
it's
long has it
so
been,
funny.
Gina?
About 3 weeks. And the
What's
joke is,
messaging you?
the
That's a
joke
month.
is, yeah, she
It's a month.
hasn't.
They're only 12 months in a year, you know.
No, bro. One of them answers been blocked. The queen has been blocked.
You know what's hilarious? Yeah, she's obviously got another Ghana number, and she was like, "Can you unblock me?" Another thing. I said no.
What, babe? No, please. You know,
No.
unblock her.
And she said, "What do you gain from not unblocking me?" I said, "Peace of mind."
Oh,
That's what
she's
it is.
so sweet.
No, she's not.
Man.
She's not.
So she even knew she was blocked. She's seen one tick.
No,
She
no,
said,
no, of
this little
course.
heifer.
It was mid convo. I said, "Yeah."
Gina.
No,
But you're
I'm-
strict, Gina.
No, do you know why? Yeah, she deserves it, and I'm not letting
But
it
it'd be
go.
like that sometimes, though, to be fair. It'd be
Nah,
like that sometimes.
honestly, do you know what it is? Yeah, nah, she
Brent-
trust me,
Brent
she
is
deserves
frozen.
it. She deserves
No,
it.
because I think.
And my
I
older,
think
my,
she may.
Yeah, I
What?
think, yeah.
what for me to block her?
She would have deserved it.
No, I think she did.
She
I thought she
did,
did. I thought she
100%.
deserved it.
And my older, when I spoke to my brother about it, he was like,
that
"Oh,
fair?
you're out of order," and I said, "No, I'm not." He was like, "So how's she gonna get through to you?" I said, "Georgia."
Fair,
then-
you know.
I said, "Georgia."
Because I'm very big on boundaries and shit, so fair.
And also, she deserves it. Like,
Yeah.
I haven't done it. Like, if I explain to you the story, you will understand why I done it. She deserves it.
Sometimes people need to sit in what they've done.
She does. She's on a
'Cause I think-
timeout.
'cause I feel like next time she won't move that way because she knows that you stuck to what you did.
And
what you
also,
did.
I think what's
Consequences.
interesting for me is you know your child. You gave birth to me, so you know who I am. You know how I am. You know what things offend me. Imagine.
Do you know
Let
loud
me give you a
it's?
little synopsis. Imagine offending me, yeah, and I tell you that I'm offended, yeah, and you air me, yeah. Then I leave it, and then you come and act like everything's fine, and I'm like,
No, we're gonna
no,
revisit
we're
that.
gonna revisit this because I just let you know that I'm offended. I let you know yesterday I was offended, yeah, and you aired me, and you know what your response to that was?
What, is that in the past?
Grow up.
Oh, you're definitely
I'm
getting blocked.
sorry.
Oh, you're definitely getting blocked.
Wait,
Since I'm a child, guess what? I'm gonna
Thank
I'm
you,
blocking
Esther.
you.
I said, yeah.
Oh, you're definitely getting blocked.
Do you know what I even did?
Oh,
Let me
facts.
tell you what made it worse.
Oh, for
You see,
months.
in my house, we've got an Arlo camera in it.
Yeah.
And obviously, sis
you
is
tell me you moved her?
Sis is always, no. Do you know what I did the next morning? I stood in front of that Arlo camera. I was like, oh, can't get through to me, can you? I hope you're having a great day, because I am over here. I was like, well, I guess I'll speak to you when I decide to unblock you. Have a great day. I'm petty.
What's an Arlo camera?
You know them cameras, the ring cameras,
Like
where
a
you
ring
can see
camera.
people and you can
Wait,
hear
wait,
people.
She did that.
She tried to get in and you started
No.
saying...
Her mum gets notification, innit?
My mum,
'Cause
every
her mum
time
gonna
someone
see
comes through
notification.
my door, it will come up on your
Yeah.
phone. Like,
So
it
she
will
spoke
ring.
to her through it.
It will ring in it, but she can't speak back to me. So I'm petty. What I'm saying is, after I've blocked her, I've gone the next morning, I've stood in front of the camera and I'm like
Having a
taunting
word.
her. Having a word.
Wait.
That's funny
Wait.
and petty.
Yeah, I told you. I graduated from the School of
Sorry, did you just say that you were allowed to talk to her, but she wasn't allowed to respond?
In that moment, she didn't respond, so she'll watch it. Like, she probably wasn't at the time.
Yeah.
She might not
Because
be watching it,
the
yeah.
reason why I'm saying this, yeah, is because there was even a time randomly I was on the phone, yeah. The next day she was like, oh, I wasn't eavesdropping. Yes, she was. I wasn't eavesdropping, but I heard you on the phone and you were talking about so-and-so. What was you talking about? Why are you asking? Because you were eavesdropping from the Arlo camera. So I know
Oh, so
you
she
listen.
definitely heard that message, boy.
That's what I'm saying. So
She got
because I
the
know
message.
you listen when it comes up, I thought today you will listen to this message and you know that you
gonna
can't
learn today.
And I know you can't WhatsApp me.
So
And you can't call
some
me.
people call it abuse, you know.
Okay, call it
No.
what you want, boy.
Some people call it abuse.
You can call it exactly what you want, but you see me
The
right
ability
now.
to get your ish off and remove the ability for the other person to respond.
Boy,
Here's what I'm gonna say, right?
call it what you want.
When you it doesn't. Ordinarily, it could be, but when you offended somebody and they tell you that they're offended, you can't air them and ignore that, and then you come back as if nothing happened. That's we're tethering on the line of manipulation.
100%.
But then also though, when I then recall you to no, then you tell me grow up.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
you're
got all of that.
defo getting
Grow
blocked.
up. You're gonna be 35. Oh, okay.
Not the 8. Oh,
Yeah.
baby.
You took it there. She started ranting, and then that's when I blocked her because I was like, if this continues, I'm gonna be so disrespectful. So let me just
Yeah, let
block
me
you because
just
I can't be
prevent all that.
disrespectful. She did.
She did go there. I think she.
Oh,
got,
I can even read you the message. She said, grow up, you're going to be 35. Why do you... And she was like, I didn't respond because there's nothing else to say. It's not
I'm
important.
sorry. I thought you said something else. I thought you told me why she offended you. And I thought it had to do with your age. And then my mind went...
No, that's all the.
No.
That's
yeah,
all the.
all right. Fair
yeah,
enough,
afterwards,
fair enough.
yeah.
I'm still waiting for the...
And just on the afterwards,
to be
I
honest.
can imagine the disrespect was.
No, I
disrespected.
want to know the offense, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm gonna
To know
when
the
we come
weight,
off camera.
The weight.
I hope you're fine to share.
Because the weight of your response.
when we
boy.
come off camera.
Yeah, I'll explain
Boy,
it.
oh boy.
What? For me to block her? Do you know what it
But
is?
you know what? Fair, as Auntie watches share, 'cause I stand with Gina. But
But
when
you
I
know
meet
what the
Auntie,
crazy thing
very
is?
No, I
lovely.
don't think she
Let me
does,
tell
you
you
know,
what the
which is crazy. I'll send her the link now.
Don't send a link.
What? Send her the
I
link.
Don't send a
her.
link. Why would you do that? Are you a
I
witch?
haven't blocked her.
Yeah, man.
Can I say something?
I hope she blocks
I don't
you.
care. I'm not shy, you know.
Yeah,
No, she knows you don't care, sis. You blocked her for 3 weeks.
She will say
That's
this
at
on
least.
air.
You see,
Trust me, you still can't talk to me.
I'm going when Auntie gets in the chat. You don't block on the chat.
She said, Your Highness.
But you know what?
Fair enough.
When I spoke to my brother about it, do you know what he said? He said this queen shit's getting to her head. I said, you see?
Oh, is it?
Because he was like,
She ain't even been in the post 1 month.
he was like the past. He said in that past week, yeah, I was venting my sister. Like basically everybody had beef with her.
Oh,
That week.
Auntie.
But the thing is, I'm like the child, yeah. I'm like the black. I've always been the black sheep of the family, though.
Yeah.
So I'm always the one who's always on this side. Everyone's on that side.
Okay, yeah.
So it's
but now,
normal.
but now your side is getting crowded. Everyone's with you, so
Well,
the queen.
She was moving with queen energy.
She's
you know.
moving queen energy, you know. First of all, I love that.
Gina's like, I'm next up, you know.
That
no.
made me snatch
Queen
that.
waiting, you know.
Not the next in line.
Do you know what? I just hate. And the crazy thing is, when she asked me to unblock her, and my response was peace of mind, it's been so peaceful.
Fair.
You're too demanding, man.
Fair.
Ugh.
She's a queen. That's what queens do. Okay, well, fair.
All right.
Fair.
So, back to Dwayne.
Dwayne and his voice.
Um,
What you sound like?
So my glasses were calm, I think, and my mates told me I was smelling good because I did come from my sister's baby shower. Tell Margs the dude in the jean jacket that day was cold. I
Who's in
can't
jean
remember
jackets?
his name though.
Oh,
Jeans.
Grams.
Rams?
Grams. I think it was Grams.
We got Grams.
All right, let me just play the voice note. Hopefully you can hear it. Let me just activate this thing.
Hi guys, hope you're well. Dwayne here. You know, you lot said you wanted to hear my voice, so here it is. Just to clarify, I'm not a hotep. You know, I'm not. I don't. What do you call it? I don't go to girls be like, "Oh, my melanated sister." I don't do that. Like I said, I've got 3 older sisters in it, so you know, and I've got a black mum, so I know to some degree how to approach girls in it. I was just wondering, like, what is it? You know, like why is it harder for me? I don't know what it is, man. But yeah, I'm not a whole chick. Just to clarify.
First of all.
And I don't just mess with white girls. Like people say, that's why I've always said outside my race. I've messed with 1 white girl and like 2 Latina girls. I need a sister. Yeah. When I say we cried together, I think in the last email, I meant to say my mum cried. And then me and my dad were just talking like,
Dwayne! Sir! Stop playing.
The we's frets.
He said, we? Yeah, he ruined his street cred. Was that in the voice note?
my mum gets emotional about stuff like this.
Big up auntie.
Yeah. The glasses I wore, Brent, they weren't bad glasses, but at least I don't think. My mate said I was all right. And my mates were telling me if I was smelling. The glasses I wore were in the pictures I sent you the other day. I'm going Trinidad on Tuesday.
Oh.
Crown Point. Then I'm going Port of Spain. Yeah, man. Going home to see the roots. Yeah. Leslie, you said I'd give you my Instagram. I give you my Instagram because I ain't got Instagram. Anyway, take care of yourself,
pictures.
man. I'll invest when I get my money up.
Oh yeah, he sent his actual pictures, not Instagram, isn't it? But you're good, babes. You just have to find the right girl.
He will find a few in Trinidad. They like the accents over there.
Yeah, turn it up. All that
British
mating
accents.
stuff. But no, Dwayne, you're fine. You've got a nice voice, actually.
Yeah, you're right.
I thought you were going to sound like, hey guys, I like TNA so much. And I don't know why the girls are moving silly. But no. Dwayne, you're good, babes. Honestly, I think it's just a matter of finding the right girl, honestly. That's really it. And love comes randomly when you least expect it. So
And your dad's on the job.
stay
anyway,
woke.
so.
Your dad is your uncle's on the job. Stay woke.
All right.
What's wrong with referring to black women as sisters? Is that a bad thing?
If you're trying to move to me, I'm not your sister. I don't live with my brothers.
No, but even if you're not trying to move to you, just because some people saying they don't like it, Curtis just said he don't like it.
Like sister how?
Like how you call black man brothers.
Like you call me sister?
No, like the sisters, isn't it? Like the sisters means like black women, like sisters.
Oh, I think that's fine. I don't think that.
Yeah, sister with an A.
Sister.
Yeah.
It's AH, if anything. It's not sister.
I mean, pronounce it how you want.
I don't think it's
Spell
anything.
how
I
it's
don't think
spelled.
He said you knew what I
It's
meant.
a sis.
I
Sister's a
forgot
sister.
The sister's a sister.
No, I don't think there's anything wrong. I think it's when, I don't know, but for me, it's when guys are trying to move to you, or when you're walking through Brixton and a Jamaican man quickly whispers in your ear that you're an empress.
Life of Budge is right, you know.
What do you say?
He says, you're too young to need love like this.
Okay, so I thought
Also, when I
that
said this the other day, I was told
you're strict.
I was told I was being harsh.
No.
But do you know what it is though? Do you know why? Okay, so I thought that initially, because when he said his age, but I felt like I didn't want to dismiss his reality. I think Dwayne comes from a family where they get married young and stuff, and they commit. And I feel like when he spoke to his parents, his parents probably been together since they were 20. the way he sounds. But when he spoke to his parents and his dad was like, I'm gonna see what I can do. I feel like he comes from that family where they all like where they settle down young and stuff. So I get it. Like if his cousins and stuff are married, and do you get me? Like if that's just always been like a family, like this is how we move as a family. I get it. So yeah. Anyway, I never do that today. It's Monday morning.
All right. And
Raheem.
secondly, we got a message from Raheem, a question. Why do people swear they don't like attention but also thirst trap? And when they get the attention, they put the person that is interested in them on blast or make them feel wrong for trying to chat to them?
Because the with you is silent. They don't want, they're not even with you, so from you. They don't want attention from you. It's always silent. It's like when someone's like, I'm not ready for a relationship. With you. I'm not dating men right now. Not dating you. Some words are silent in the sentences. Raheem, you need to calm down. I don't know, you need to go for a spa weekend or something. You're going through it.
He must have got blown up by somebody.
He must have moved to somebody. He must have seen what he thought was a thirst trap. But it was a thirst trap for real, but not for him.
It was first trap from somebody else.
Bro, and then he responded and she said, excuse me?
It's not for you.
And then now he's talking about, yeah, but why are you up there? Because if he's the same guy, wasn't it? That the girl said she didn't let me like him. They said, yeah, but why'd you wear wigs though? Because he's been with a white girl and shit. And then you know what I mean? So I feel like he does this. This is what he does.
No. The girl was like, why are you dating white girls or something like that? Why are you attracted to white girls?
And he said, why are you wearing wigs?
Yeah.
Because you're so pro-black.
Yeah, that was his
Exactly.
response.
So this situation now, this question he's come up with is because he would have probably talked to somebody and she said, not you. And he said, well, why are you out there in the bikini then? Raheem, love, mate,
Beloved.
I don't know if it was a real life interaction. It could be social media.
I think
It's
it
giving
is.
social media. It's giving social media. It's
He
not
probably
my
left some emojis
In my
with his
head,
tongue
I
hanging
thought
out.
it was
Not his tongue hanging out. Why
You're
is his tongue
annoying,
hanging
yeah.
out? Just say tongue emoji.
And then she screenshotted it and put it on the thing like, look at
Ew.
this. Look at these thirsty niggas. But then it's like,
Margs, that could never. That's wild.
huh?
Imagine leaving a comment on the girl's
what,
picture,
someone
and then she
screenshotted it.
screenshots and put in a story.
But that's what he's
do it all
talking
the time,
about. Your
though.
first trap,
No, but
and
it
then
makes me
for the-
die every
your
time.
first
But
trap for the
people do it all the
attention, and you
time.
get the attention, and you're blowing these people up. That's
Yeah,
what he's
because
saying.
because the attention you want is not from them. That's
It's not
what I'm
from
saying.
you.
You want the attention from a certain person. There's people that you're like,
Bro, it's just for
strategic.
somebody. It's
You know who
strategic.
you're doing it for.
It's
And
not
just like,
you, bro. Do you know that's the worst thing? That's the worst. Oh
That's
my
what
god, that's
it
the
is.
worst thing.
Yes,
yeah.
I don't
When
want the
you're doing
attention
something
from you. Like
for
Esther
somebody.
said, it's silent. It's
Can you
the fact,
imagine?
it's the small print.
Oh, it's a small print, man. And
That's
then
what
and
it
then
is.
people that you don't want to talk to you that all up in your DM talking about you look good. Shut up. Shut up. I know.
Can you call back, please, Raheem?
Oh no.
God damn.
No. Okay. I'm just gonna say it, Raheem, you got 2 minutes.
All right, then. This is the first time you actually engaged.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning,
Grand
good morning.
rising. Can you hear me?
Grand rising, grand rising.
Morning.
All right,
Come on.
then.
Like I know this is why. And when I sent the message, yeah,
Here we go.
I used people. Pardon?
Sorry. Coughed.
Oh. I used people because I didn't want it to. Because already how the question's been taken in, it's like it's been targeted towards a specific gender, and I'm saying that I've seen it on both parts. Like like how I thought the question was because I was just scrolling through Snapchat, yeah, and then there's people that, and like we need to use our brains, like we need to be serious, right? We need to be serious here. There were people that swear that they hate attention, yeah, but let's be mature about this. The pictures that they post screams, look at me. Now, when you go out, when they get approached, now, this is what I hate the most, when people screenshot people's private chats and then make them the laughing stock on their story. It didn't happen to me, I'm just saying, when I see it happen to other people, it's like, how could I even trust you? That's deep, you know. Yeah, okay, for example, let's say there's a girl, yeah. She claims she doesn't like on her story, she claims she doesn't like attention. Then she's wearing the like nice clothes, you know, get me, revealing and whatnot, you know. And then next snap, why is this guy in my inbox? Da, 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 da. And it's just like, I hear it. You probably don't want to get messages, but at the same time, you don't have to put them on blast. You get it?
Do you know what? The thing is, I get the putting on blast thing because it is a bit immature. It's like,
Yeah.
you can just you can
just
see
air
the
it.
message and air it and just keep it moving. Do you get what I mean? Like, you don't have to make them the laughing stock. So I get
And
that.
that's what my
I
point
get
was.
that part, yeah. But I think that you assuming that people are doing things for attention is you making yourself a main character in people's stories. People aren't always doing things for attention. Like, I know we just talked about sometimes
No, people
that you
do shit
there's
for
certain
attention.
things. I know sometimes there's certain things that you might do because you want one person's attention or whatever. That's different. Like, that's like someone telling me that if I out with makeup on, that means I'm dressing up for the people I'm going to see or whatever. Like, some things are not about you. So I think assuming that someone's dressed nice or looks good or is wearing something that you think that is revealing or whatever for attention and feeling like, okay, then I'm going to then compliment them. And because you complimented them because you think it's for attention, they must receive your compliment. That's very, very entitled.
No. Remember, please don't
I'm going off what you've told me. I'm going off exactly what you said.
It's not that. It's just we as humans need to be able to take accountability for our own actions and understand that
What's the action?
my actions can have this implication. For example, I can say, I could say I don't like attention, but then I'm leaving my house and I'm walking around Sainsbury's topless. If I'm shredded, people are going to look at me, but then I swear that I don't like attention. And then I'm getting annoyed that people are looking at me.
Raheem.
It's the equivalent.
No, I think you're projecting because I'm on a daily show. I don't like talking.
Mm.
I actually don't. Like, I'm very like, I love silence. I love, like, if I'm around people, I'll be quiet. I'm a quiet person. I don't actually like being around people like that. So that's like someone saying to me, like, someone saying that it's cap. It's not. It's my personality, but this is something that else I do. So if someone is out with their shirt, I don't see people. If I saw a guy that's like ripped or whatever and he's out shirtless, I don't look at him and think he's doing that for attention. I see that as the guy's hot and that's how he chose to be today. If a woman with a nice body is wearing something that's nice and like a body in. One second, Raheem. One second, babes.
Okay.
Hey, hello.
Okay, go on.
Hi there.
Go on, yeah.
If I see a woman that's got a nice body and she's wearing something banging, my first thought is not to think, oh, she's not for attention. This was what she wanted to wear today. She's comfortable in that. I feel like you can't project on people and then because you've moved on, because you complimented and they haven't received it the way you want them to receive it. That's the reason why you have a problem with it. Because if they say thank you,
man.
If they say thank you, you wouldn't go on a speech about but you did it for attention or whatever. But then if I don't want to receive whatever it is, if you're moving to me, I don't want it. I don't want it, love.
Can I say something quickly? Sorry, yeah. Are we confusing attention with confidence?
I think Raheem might be.
No.
The reason why I say that is because I think confidence definitely does come into play with how people portray themselves. Yeah. So I don't always think it's attention in the sense where, like, you just gave that example.
Yeah.
You could be confident in yourself and in your physique and in your appearance and whatnot to be able to wear certain things. And some might say that you're seeking attention, but you're just confident. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. Exactly.
So I'm thinking about it from both ends of the spectrum. I'm not gonna say that there isn't, like, that no one is attention seeking, because there definitely are some people who do attention seek and 100% first trap. Do you get what I mean? But I don't think everybody fits under that umbrella.
So when everyone gets dressed in the morning, don't we all have an element of, all right, if I wear that in this particular place, how will it be perceived type shit? Do we not do this? Like, for example, if we're going to church, we're not going to wear the same shit as if we're going to a club, right?
Yeah, but that's like because there's places for you dress for certain things. Like,
I get, but I feel like
I wouldn't come into TDA with a suit.
No, it's just using your brain and realizing that certain things are just not appropriate. Certain things are just going to bring attention to you more than others.
Yeah, but if I'm going to DLT and I'm dressed nice and I'm wearing a nice skimpy skirt or dress or whatever it is, and then you're moving to me, and I'm telling you, no, thank you. And then you're gonna say to me, yeah, but why did you dress like that then? Because I wanted to.
Again, the question was just a question. It wasn't my lived experience. It was like
No, I'm not saying it's your lived
targeting it as
experience. I'm still talking on the topic. And the topic is that you are assuming that when people dress a certain way or look a certain way, wherever, it's about them seeking attention. And yes, there are people that do that. However, sometimes it's just people's confidence. Because I also think as well, people have that for if someone looks like certain aesthetics. Because if it was a plus size girl that's wearing a mini skirt or whatever it is, people wouldn't really look at her and be like, she wants attention.
It's a confidence thing,
It's a
right?
confidence thing. But when it's like a smaller looking girl, a slimmer girl or whatever it is, with a body that society deems acceptable, and she's wearing the exact same thing, they automatically deem that as attention. And it's not right, because sometimes it's just confidence.
All right. So before we move on, Raheem, question marks. And the girls, to be honest, right? If you don't like the guy and you are dressed a particular way, right? Because you have seen some of your friends maybe dressed a particular way and they just, get away from me. Don't like you. But a guy they do like, they're like, I think that's what he's just talking about.
What? Yeah, but then that's why we said in the beginning.
I think that's exactly what he's talking about.
That's why we said in the beginning the fine print is it's not for you.
Was that a question to me?
I didn't really need to ask you, to be honest,
fair
because
enough.
I know you would have seen girls. You probably have seen girls who quote unquote thirst trap, right? And they don't let in the guys they're not interested in, but they give access to the guys that they are interested in.
Which is their right?
I didn't say it wasn't.
No,
by
I'm
the
just
way.
saying.
Yeah, and this is all he's talking about. This is the question that he's
So
asked.
he's talking about the girls that like a certain guy.
Let's just say
No, wait.
the girls
Because
who
you didn't-
thirst trap. Let's start there. That's why I asked Mags to come
Okay,
in.
girls
You may
that-
not say that they will thirst trap, so I asked Mags. Mags is liable to basically say yes. I know some girls who thirst trap.
Okay, that's
Have
great.
you ever met a girl who thirst trapped?
I fell into a couple.
Okay, it worked. Fell into booby traps.
I fell into a couple of
Okay, so take me there. So girls that thirst trap. What's the scenario? Because I'm getting confused.
He is saying the
Yeah.
one's a thirst trap, right? And he
Yeah.
said this is not personal, so I'm gonna use him like it. He approached them and
I
said,
like, I'm
No!
right here. Can I,
I
explain?
said that was dude. I said that
But
was
this is
dude.
the but this is the thing, yeah. This is the thing, yeah. This all boils down to whether you like the guy or not. If a guy that if you quote unquote first trap,
Yeah.
and you get attention from guys that you like, you're not gonna screenshot them and put them on your story.
Absolutely.
You're just not doing it.
You're not doing it.
because it's the attention that you want.
Exactly.
If it's from people that you don't like, that's when you're more likely to
To
make
do
it a
that.
thing.
Absolutely.
That's the end. That's literally it.
Lovely.
Yeah, and we can all agree that all of that stuff is immature anyway.
Thirst trapping?
No. Screen sharing people, exposing them and all that kind of crap.
Yeah.
So what's the problem then with
He approached a girl and he was.
He's gonna
he
fight you.
was
Oh
vexed.
my god!
you forget your face
You
out
went
now.
to trying to pull my legs today, I lie.
You're bumping in a high street.
You were really trying to pull my leg for real.
Never mind.
It is what it is, man. It'd be like that
I
sometimes.
always
man.
appreciate when it is that you contribute to the conversation.
Yeah, big up Raheem. Thank you, Han.
Yeah, no worries, man. Everyone
how was
keep,
your-
keep
how
up
were
the good work.
How
What
was
you
your studies going?
Oh.
Not the studies, but the little training thing you were on.
Oh yeah, because so last week I kept catching up with the episodes after they were live, right? And I felt bad because Esther came back and she was getting put on to what she missed.
Yeah.
And I feel like my points were getting lost. And I feel like with the projection thing, it seems like it was coming from a place where I was trying to degrade the black girl or anything like that, which wasn't the case because I brought up the fact that she's not wearing her natural hair, which wasn't that. What it is, yeah, is...
So the SIA course is going well?
Yeah.
Because I see what you're trying to do here.
Yeah,
I asked you about that
it's
course.
going well. It's going well. I finished my last day yesterday, so hopefully I pass and then hopefully I get my certificates and whatnot.
We thank God.
Love that
We
for you.
will like circle back to this particular conversation a bit later on in the week, and then you can call in and you can clear your name.
Sweet.
Thank you very much.
I've even got bullet points. I'm ready like it's court.
This is good.
got
This
bullet
is
points.
good. We love that. We love that. I'll let you know when it is that we're actually going to do it. Yeah, so you can call in.
Alright, sweet.
All right. Bless
Love
you.
Alright, cool.
Thanks for
Bye,
hearing.
beloved.
Have a nice day.
Bye bye.
You should do it on
You
Friday.
too.
All right, babes.
You know, I found it in real time that all of y'all are just looking at me. Saying,
Really?
Yeah.
I told you though.
Listen,
I did.
really?
No, I did. You just
No,
didn't
you
remember.
I know when you came back from Nigeria, you said you're going again.
I said
But
I'm going away next week. I definitely told you.
as in
I think we need to go back to sending emails.
specific Wednesday,
I definitely said on Wednesday.
you probably did, but I wasn't ready.
because you didn't remember when I was going to be back anyway. So
Yeah.
I don't think you take them details in.
Yeah, I hear you. All right.
But there'll be a show. There'll be shows there. Before everyone else's schedule, they will be here.
All right.
And I'll be
Time for
7
the
looks.
headlines.
Yes, please. Rishi Sunak. So, Rishi Sunak will argue that Britain is safer under the Conservatives against the backdrop of two escalating conflicts likely to dominate the week. In the last few days... Huh? I wish there was my car.
No, so where's the sun gone?
Say, child, we're about to get in a fight. In the last few days, the Prime Minister has spoken with US President Joe Biden by insisting the UK should continue to supply arms to Israel. It comes as Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu appears poised to mount another massive military operation in the southern Gaza town of Rafah against warnings from the US and UK. Can you imagine, Brent?
Can I just ask how you knew how to pronounce his name?
Netanyahu.
Yeah.
I like it. Because when you guys used to say it, I thought it was like a football character. Then, obviously, I clocked on, and it's one of the names I just really like.
It is a pretty cool name.
It's
to
a
be
really
fair.
nice name. It flows right off the tongue. I love it. I actually like the name.
Yeah. Fair enough.
That was a shot at Gino, by the way.
Okay.
Sorry, what happened?
I didn't need any translation. Nobody needed translation.
No, hold on. What was the
I was answering like it was
I'm
a genuine
back.
question.
Speak with your chest. What did you say?
No, someone was sending shots at you.
Who?
Bro.
Look at her foot.
Yeah.
Look at her foot.
Sorry.
She's like, who?
Whose throat am I tapping?
Brent, what did you say?
What a snitch.
So what did you say?
You know, I never thought you would actually do that.
No, you're an egg because you're standing there talking about who's throat, my tapping. It's yours.
So go on.
Basically, he is projecting, right? I asked Esther, and please correct me.
No, because you
Please
keep using this
correct me.
projecting word wrong.
Please, I'm. You don't know yet.
You're projecting. Go ahead.
There we
You
go.
don't know yet.
Please correct me, Esther, if it is I am like misunderstanding or
Okay.
mistranslating this particular thing.
Okay.
I asked you.
Yeah.
Before you continue,
Yeah.
like, how did you know how to pronounce that name?
Yeah.
What
And then-
name?
Netanyahu.
Oh, you're definitely sending.
Wait.
Thank you.
Wait.
Go on. Nah,
Thank you.
you right.
I don't know how your minds are
You
working.
right. You right.
Because I remember what happened last week.
I asked it is a question, right?
Yeah.
And then she said because she likes the name. She likes how it songs. Right? That's what you said?
I did say that, yeah.
And then he started now.
Then he said, oh, it's about Gina.
I can do some evil.
But you know, so funny because when he said it, that's when Gina was coming in. So your luck is down today. If you ain't got some important decisions to make.
God damn.
All right. Well, cut a long story short, Rishi is out here trying to supply arms to Israel when everyone's telling him not to. What else is there? Meanwhile, there are fears in Whitehall that Russia could mount an operation on Kharkiv, by the end of the week to retake Ukraine's second largest city. Both operations could trigger wider repercussions. Our next headline is about Vladimir Putin, and Russian President Vladimir Putin is set to replace his long-standing ally Sergei Shoigu as defense minister, the Kremlin has announced. When you say Kremlin, what's it, like the insult? Hopefully not.
Huh?
We said, what's the Kremlin?
Yeah.
Ain't that like the place of parliament? Russia's.
Oh, I thought they were calling like, are you Kremlin? That's a word, right?
Like a
No,
gremlin.
The
Oh,
Kremlin.
Gremlin. Oh, yeah, my bad.
Kremlin, yeah. The Kremlin's
like, damn, I was like,
Gremlins live in Kremlin.
Yeah, but I was like, okay. That answers my question. The 68-year-old has been in the role since 2012 and is to be appointed Secretary of Russia's Security Council. Papers published by the upper chamber of the Russian parliament said Mr. Shoigu will be replaced by Deputy Prime Minister Andrei Belousov. Mr. Shoigu has played a key role in Russia's war with Ukraine. Russian government papers shows Mr. Putin wants Mr. Shoigu to take over from Nikolai Patrushev on the powerful Security Council. It is not yet clear what Mr. Patrushev's new post will be. And our last headline in the segment, Georgian opposition leaders have called on the UK to do more to oppose what they say is a crackdown on civil society in the former Soviet country. They urged the Foreign Secretary to show the governing party that the international community was united against the proposals. The Transparency of Foreign Influence Bill is expected to pass its final parliamentary hurdles in coming days. Opponents have staged mass protests in the capital, Tbilisi, against the law. The legislation would force non-governmental groups and media to register as organizations serving the interests of a foreign power if more than 20% of their funding comes from overseas. The governing Georgian Dream Party says the measure would increase transparency and defend Georgia's sovereignty. Thousands march in Georgia over its foreign influence bill, but opponents say it will be used by the government to crush opposition voices and parties ahead of a general election in October. And that's it in the segment. Let's get into Word on Road.
Esther.
Oh, that's sweet.
And they say they don't say it enough.
Oh, that's really sweet.
Yeah.
Love you too, babes. All right, so this has been a long time coming. Gina would agree with me because the girls, it's just been a long time coming. But Mary J Blige's got a boot line.
Come on, it's about
Like-
time. She makes me want thigh high boots.
She makes me want thigh high boots,
100%.
Gina.
Yeah.
She's teaming up with Giuseppe Zanotti, and she's finally got her boots, man. So she's had a concert the other day. She was had a show, and she had the boots on. They're like gold boots, which is really, really nice. But it's about time. It's about damn time. So big up Mary J Blige for that. I like Mary J Blige. I think she's just such a vibe. The next is gonna be a really quick Word on Road because people have been acting damn fool out here. Shallipoppi. The girls, have you seen this?
Of course I have.
The girls been fighting with Shallipoppi.
But this is the thing, they say this all the time that men will embarrass you. But then, to be
Shallipoppi.
honest, I don't think it's a men will definitely embarrass you.
Why
But
do
I
you
feel
think
like
that this is one of them?
when you give them the opportunity to do so. So for
Yeah.
example, if I was the side girl,
Yeah.
I'm not coming out and doing that.
Gina.
I'll take my embarrassment
And I will
to the
sit down
side
with it.
and I'll sit with it. I'm not gonna make it worse.
You've got good sighting etiquette. You don't understand how to, you know what I'm saying?
Why just ruin things?
Like why?
Men will really ruin things. Why are you menning?
I just really
No,
what you
don't
were
retweet.
saying.
No.
But it's a problem because it's coming from me. Okay,
No,
fair
it's
enough.
what
No,
you
it's
said.
not.
Don't
You know what
say
it
it
is?
till you
No,
dare. It's
no,
what you
it's
said.
fine. It's fine.
It's what you said.
Having good
You
side
said if I was at sighting, I would not be out there embarrassing myself like that. I would think so I just spoke to the fact that yes, because you don't understand proper side girl etiquette.
Don't you hear how it's bad?
But you know what
You're
it is?
calling us certified.
Let me explain.
sighting.
Let me.
You're saying this is a role we're born to play, and we're so great at this role. Stick to it. Stay at it.
I think what you're
No.
what you're not getting though is I'm not keeping it and sitting
Yeah.
with it because I want to be a side chick. And
We're
I'm
saying we found out we're
accepting
side pieces, and now it's like we're taking the L, and we're leaving that position. You're telling us to sit in it
I wasn't speaking to what's in
and
your
win
heart.
award of the sighting of the year award.
I wasn't speaking to what's in your heart or your ambitions or nothing. I was just,
Ambitions.
I was just saying it. What the hell is a Shallipoppi anyway? Is this person
First of
proper?
all, you are a prick.
Please clip that up
No, is this person?
because you said what the hell is
It's
a Shallipoppi? He's a
It's
person.
a person. It's an artist,
He's
a
an artist.
Nigerian singer.
Oh,
Nigerian.
is he popular? Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you heard? No, but you don't really go to raves where they play Afrobeats, do you? No, you don't. He's got a song called Cass.
How's it go?
Don't Cass. You don't Cass. You don't Cass. You don't Cass.
No.
What's that? Who could buy? What's it?
Oh,
Who could
if you
pay for a
don't
wig?
fuck or
You
she
don't
don't
suck.
suck.
Who could pay for a wig and handbag?
Never mind.
If you that ring a bell, I don't know.
Yeah, 'cause
I
that's
can't
like
help
the most
you.
popular
That's the most popular
part,
line.
Okay.
Anyway, so he's popping. He had the streets by a storm, honey.
Is that catchy for you?
What if
I
you
didn't
don't fuck
get
or
it.
suck?
If
I
she
get
don't
the
fuck,
track.
if she don't suck.
Is the track
song.
catchy?
Yeah, the track
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
But
yeah.
it's more
Fair
like you don't cast. Like it's lit, man. So Shallipoppi and Odumodu Black. lit. And he's got best songs. Like Shallipoppi is literally popping.
The
But
first
anyways,
song of his I
right?
heard was Elon Musk.
Oh yes, he's got something
Which
with Elon
I
Musk.
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I didn't even like that one that much.
I
Then I
did.
liked Cast, and I said, "Oh, actually, Elon Musk not bad." Shallipoppi is popping. He had December by storm, honey. Like
No, he said,
He-
who is a Shallipoppi?
who is A? A is what took me out. If you didn't say A in there, it would have ran. Who is A? To be fair though, his name is Shallipoppi. Anyways, basically, Shallipoppi, right? He was on receipts here. He got cooked. Oh, we got cooked. Got cooked bad. Because basically, so, because obviously I big up the receipts, love the receipts, big up Tony and Audrey, love them, yeah. So I listened to the episode, but people say, I saw people basically say that they felt like Tolly didn't like question him back. And I was like, Tolly is what I would have been if Shallipoppi was sitting in front of me having these conversations, because obviously Tolly's a Nigerian Yoruba babe, big up her. So am I. Sometimes you gotta just choose which conversations are worth having. So basically, that there was like I think there was a receipts, your receipts episode where that's what they did, dilemmas or whatnot. And it basically was about like, we were talking about race and racism. For Nigerians, right? Nigerians, you know, Nigerians are very proudly Nigerian, right? Race and racism they don't carry it back home the way we carry it here. And so that's what Shallipoppi was basically expressing. And so with Nigerians, like if you're telling them like, oh, racism, white people, they're like, so why don't you just go back home? Go back to where you're from. Then you won't have to deal with this. Do you get what I mean? So that's their mindset.
Fair.
But obviously, listening to it, anyone who lives here, you could get that he doesn't understand because he doesn't get it.
It's a cultural thing.
It's
though,
a
isn't it?
cultural thing. So he was just like, go back home. Like, go back to a country where everyone is black like you then. Like, go back to where you're familiar with whatever it is that you have to deal with, whatever. Basically, anyway, quite long story, I got cooked online. But anyways, when he was on receipts, Shallipoppi does not give me, hey, I want to settle down vibes. It's funny, because my last
He's
artist,
young though, like,
he's 23.
he's a
Something
young-
like that, 24.
do you know who he looks like? You know the guy that we had on, I forgot his name.
Prince.
Is it Prince? And he lives in SA and he has like a designer, a clothing line. Do you remember, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He looks like him badly.
Really?
I think he does. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
No, I wasn't here for that.
He was.
Cooks.
Oh, she
Big up
she
all the
was
TV
here.
guests. You're
she was
absolutely
sat opposite
amazing.
him as
You
well.
was here.
I was here.
Yeah.
Who was this?
I'll find his name. for
Okay,
you.
thank you. But yeah, but like, Shallipoppi doesn't give me.
Tasers was fighting for the episode. That
You
was
take
cold.
that.
They were saying that this Shallipoppi
Oh, yeah, he was on-
was the worst 3 shots.
Yeah, he was on thing. I messaged Taser, but you know what it is as well, because even with that, I was talking to Taser about it, and I was like, the thing with Nigerian artists, yeah, in Nigerian media, when an artist comes on your show, they're doing you a favor because they're the big deal. But you know here, like artists go on your show to like get themselves like more people, and like it's like they do a press run here.
Yeah.
In Nigeria, it's not so much that. So with the conversation they have, like, it's not going to be an interactive conversation. So he was on Free Shots. It was trying to get water out of a
Madam
stone.
Joyce.
And then he was on Marv. It was so funny. Then he was on Madam Joyce. But I think Madam Joyce's one, she got it. She got it.
But is that because she's
Nigerian. And she's also been to Nigeria.
Yeah.
So she
'Cause
saw me
I
in
thought
December.
I thought that episode was
Yeah.
that was good. Like she
And
brought out his personality.
She understood it. And I feel like with Madam Joyce, Madam Joyce, she's been on like a few Nigerian public media, like radios and whatever. So I feel like she got it. Like she got that this is how they interact. If you're sitting in a room with a Nigerian celebrity and you think they're gonna be conversating with you like this, child, you're gonna get 1 stars on the episode. It doesn't work like that. Do you get me? So the mindset is different. Obviously, if you can engage them, and I think with Free Shots, they end up doing that because of something that Marvin said, and he just couldn't believe Marvin was the way Marvin was. So he just basically just kept making jokes like with Marvin and going back and forth with Marvin. So it was funny. But once you can engage them, that's fine. But when they come in, they're not gonna come in like all like bubbly and trying to put their best foot forward because they think, oh, your audience gonna like me. Like they don't care. And also like these artists as well, a lot of them are international. It's different if it's an upcoming artist, that's different. But David, have you seen Burna Boy interviews? Oh baby. Like, do you know what I mean? Like even Wizkid, like they're very, very chill, very calm. You ask them, so that was the best show. Was that the best show of your life? They're like, nah, South Africa was nicer. That's it. They're not expanding on it. That's it. So you got to be able to essentially draw
it
out
out
good
of them,
conversation.
yeah.
But when you got them, the gist will be sweet. But anyway, Shallipoppi don't give me I'm ready to settle down vibes. He don't. That man does not give me. So basically, there was a girl who's his girlfriend. She posted a picture of them together, whatever. Like, oh, my baby, all that kind of stuff. Whatever. obviously it's gone viral. People are like, oh, like this is this trend. Obviously, I will say though, there is a direct pipeline between African artists blowing up, going international, and dating light-skinned BBL girls. But that's a conversation that
For another day.
for another day, one thing at a time. So anyway, so the girl posted whatever. Obviously, people are like, oh my gosh, this is his girlfriend now. Da, da, da. I thought it was another girl. What people are saying that. Some other girl comes out, talking about, oh, that's interesting, because she was like, he was living with me for 5 months. Now she's got all these receipts. And that's the thing, men will make you feel special, Gina. Men will make you feel special. He was calling her wife, and I'm going to tell you now.
Oh, about Nigerian men calling you their wives.
Okay, so you know.
Yeah, sis.
If a Nigerian man calls you his wife, sister, you are not his wife. Especially if his friends chime in and they drop a yawawa. That means like our wife, baby girl. You are one of a few. Just don't. No. So anyway, she then dropped her receipt and wow, like he lived with her for that's Shallipoppi. That's not Shallipoppi.
See what you did? See what you did though?
No, I didn't.
That's
It was the
Savage
one
the
in the
Beast.
shadow.
That's Savage
Oh,
the
is that-
Beast.
I wasn't here. He's the one to embarrass me. I
Sorry, what's
wasn't
this?
here.
Who's this?
Savage the Beast.
So why is he up there and you talk about
No,
Shallipoppi?
because I
They're sending
feel
it.
like
Oh,
they
that
look.
picture he does. The one in the middle there. No, up.
Because now I'm like, maybe
the
he
chain?
doesn't look like him.
I'm
But yeah,
confused.
he does. Like, I feel like there's similarities.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, you're saying Shallipoppi looks like this person?
I'm
Yeah.
saying that there's like a similarity.
They look like.
Don't you think it would help to put Shallipoppi on instead of doing this?
Just go to 3 Shots episode and check.
No, I don't need to. I'm just saying it's
Yeah,
confusing.
that
It's
picture is what he
confusing
looks
for
like
me.
it, with the
There's-
Nike
This
jumper.
one here.
He don't look like Shallipoppi in that one.
This one here.
At least like the baby in that. He don't look like Shallipoppi in that. He looks like Shallipoppi with the one on the top, in the Nike top.
And here on the left here.
Yeah, there's a Shallipoppi there as well. Can you put a picture of that Shallipoppi, please? Is that Darko?
I fooled you. This is Shallipoppi's Instagram.
It's
No, it's
not.
not.
It's in a Nigerian, babe.
Here. I could see it.
He's that young
I can
thug
see
in
it
that
here
one.
too.
Yeah, it's in that one.
You can see Shallipoppi in some. You're all on some.
Can you
on
show
somebody
Shallipoppi,
else.
please?
This is so confusing.
Can you show
behaviour to me.
Shallipoppi, please? bro?
It's not.
I know you want him to go and check out
Yes,
episodes.
I'm prolonging it.
Brent's doing this on purpose.
I'll put it to Shallipoppi. Shallipoppi.
Also, yeah, who said that? Everest said not all. Yeah, you're right. Not all. Some men you can believe when they call you their wife. Most you can't. I'm put to say that. I'm going out on a limb on that. But anyways, so yeah, so the another girl came out and basically said that no, he's my boyfriend. Had her receipts and whatnot. She was on tour with him. These girls don't have jobs. She's on tour with him. She was in the studio with him for hours. She's showing him laying on her head, smacking her bum, doing all the things that men love, doing, kissing her forehead. Men will make you feel special. Or she put all the receipts out, like 2 minutes long video, whatever it was. Anyway, guess what happened? A third girl entered the chat. The third one, she's an ex, but she said she's an ex that he's always gonna love. And she said, oh, like he wants her back and da 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 da. Anyway, cut long story short, because I'm getting bored of this now. Shallipoppi posted the girl.
Is that him and his gal there?
Yes. No, wait, can you expand that? Sorry. Brent, no. Brent, no.
I'm just showing him Shallipoppi.
No, can you show the one? Can you expand the one we asked you to expand, please? No, down.
This one?
Yes, please.
Is that one of the girls?
What's the caption?
She needs me, and I blessed her with a picture. Double tap, follow, and comment.
This is
Your
not his
thoughts
official
No,
below.
that's
page.
not his girl. Oh, that's a. I'll be honest with you. So basically, here's my thing as well. So when the second girl came out, all the girls look the same, Margs. I'm not trying to be racist or whatever it is there is. All the girls look the same. So I felt like maybe it was a genuine mistake. Maybe he thinks they're all the same girls. Maybe. So basically, Shallipoppi posted on Twitter and said, "This is the only bitch I know." First of all, calling your girlfriend a bitch is what?
Oh, I think I've seen that picture going around.
Yeah.
It's on the Shade Bar.
But you know what's mad though? I don't know which one of the girls. I don't know which one of the lineups that is. I don't know if that was girl one.
No,
That originally
the one
posted,
he's claiming girl one.
the one that originally posted
The
first.
one who originally posted.
Before the sidekick came out and the ex
he's
that he
claiming
loves.
girl one, yeah.
Okay, fair. Because I didn't know
She's an
her.
influencer.
Oh, is it? Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
apparently.
So he said that's the only girl he loves. Of course, at some point, there's someone else. I thought
Her
I
name
screenshot it.
is Leilani.
Oh, Leilani. Okay, love that. Yeah, that's his girl. That's the girlfriend.
She's an influencer.
Okay,
That's the picture that he posted in.
yeah,
This only
that's
bitch I know, right?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, I've seen that going around this morning on Twitter.
that's why sometimes you have to be quiet. That's why. Do you know what? Fair. That's why you have to have a good side chick etiquette. That's embarrassing. I report his account. I get that account shut down. That's so
Is
embarrassing.
that the only picture of? Oh, so he put after all the controversy, he
said, yeah, hey.
main staged her.
This is my girl.
Yeah, that damage control, that makes sense.
Very good damage control. So the side piece and the one that said she's the ex that he's always gonna love.
They must be stewing right now.
They must be embarrassed. Need to go hiding. And speaking of going to hiding, I think the game needs to go into hiding too. I've got the ick. Just the other day I was talking about, the game and he's a good looking guy and whatever. He did it's a new ick. I know someone's keeping tabs of the ick list. They need to add this on there. Imagine calling someone out, yeah, doing a whole diss track and you get aired. Embarrassing. So the game went on to Instagram and this even makes it even more embarrassing. I was just like, oh, you're too cute for this. He said the serial killer, as in cereal Cocoa Pops, and this real smoke. Oh no, the serial killer ducking, he used duck emoji. Oh, so old. The serial killer ducking this real smoke. Scared to drop that nursery rhyme you recorded the other night. I see, LOL. F it. A quick W for the home team. Sorry, it's a bit sticky in my mouth. And some real rap for the fans playlist. Posting very attainable cereal bowls, bottled up dog piss, and crouching by cars, that's going to get you out of this ass whooping. It ain't. And for rap fans worldwide, about most of these rap boys you'll idolize is they pick and choose who they diss very carefully. End of the day, all these ends in this shit know what I'm capable of, especially when it's time to go bar for bar. The real Rick Ross, quote unquote Rick Ross, and then at him, this one was for you, big homie. I'm so sick and Gina. And as for chicken legs, you can't whoop my ass or out rap me. Post all the cars and fake watches you want to. The real fans see through you and that wide back music shit. You can't run from this shit. Shit, you can't run, period. Oh, damn. Human Capri Sun pouch body shaped nigga, you. Going some of the Capri Sun pouches is wild. Anyways, that gave me the ick. Dissing, doing a whole diss track and getting aired, and then you get aired, and then you go on Instagram and do like a whole paragraph about you being aired.
Just leave it.
Just leave it, babe.
Yeah.
Just leave it. Ugh. Anyway, that happened. And then Drake, I think Drake's tapped out, man. He posted on his Instagram. He posted this on his Instagram.
Oh, but
which is ironic. So it's like one guy facing an army and he says, good times. Summer vibes up next. He's moving like he won.
Didn't the
funny.
street niggas come out and say that it's done anyway? Preem and them man there. I see some post with one of them Canadian youths and some of them West Coast
And he said it's done.
saying like, yeah, beast over, hip hop one.
That's a hip hop one,
That's what I'm sure I see. Have you seen that, Brent?
I've seen a lot of commentary around about him lying and there was a video of the person who stole the suitcase and then they showed that it wasn't a case where you fed it to me. I've seen a lot of bollocks.
Yeah, I see something of academic saying something or something. I didn't watch it though, but I heard.
Yeah, saying that he might still have that 11-year-old child.
Okay.
Didn't they say that was fake?
And apparently he's working on an EP or a project or whatever.
Who, Drake?
Yeah. And he's going to address everything.
Is it? But does that count? Because when J Cole tapped out, you were saying about you never want to hear J Cole talk about he's the best anymore. So does this count if you did not go, like you didn't keep going, you tapped out talking about summer vibes, you're about to release some kind of summer song, and then you're going to go on the EP and start saying what?
I don't think you can compare it to J. Cole. He fought. He had the fight. If it's not that tapped out, he lost, didn't it?
He lost.
Yeah, but...
So I don't think it's finished.
Okay.
That picture, I'm reading it differently.
Okay, well, how are you reading it?
I'm reading it as though, all right, cool. When I drop this project, I'm hitting everybody. That's how I see it.
But
He probably will.
But does that count though?
Yeah, there's no time
Limit on it. I
Limit on
hear
it?
where you're
That's
coming
funny.
from.
There's no time limit now.
No,
I
but
can't bother to do a callback, but fair enough.
sorry.
Don't squint. Open your eyes.
Please go.
No, I can't.
No, please go.
No, I don't want to.
Because you sound like there's legitimacy to what you want to
No,
say,
there-
but you're not
oh,
saying.
there 100%
And I don't think there is.
There
So
is.
Go.
I don't.
Go.
Like Drake, summertime's next.
There's no legitimacy in what it is.
No,
that
because
have
you don't want it
coming.
to be legitimacy.
Hear this. What I also
Biased
heard.
looking
What I
ass.
also, what I also heard is Kendrick recorded 10 songs in one session, and he just iterated certain tracks
Okay.
put out.
Okay.
So, Marks, does that count?
That what?
If you pre-recorded the disses,
Pre-recorded decision.
because he did say, "Yeah, I know what you're gonna say." This speaks to him saying, "Yeah, I know exactly every single move. So let me pre-record all of them and just drop them, bit by bit, bit by bit."
What are you saying? Does it?
Does that count as a fight? You're not responding to what I'm hearing.
No, I think it's fair, man. He loaded up.
Yeah,
He went in the studio for 10 days, loaded up his arsenal,
He said he hates him.
and then dropped his bombs as and when he felt sufficient. Maybe if he needs to tweak some things, he tweaked them, whatnot. I think that's all part of the
I'm
game.
loving the fact that you're giving him props, to be honest.
When have I not given props?
All right, damn.
Use it on this narrative. You can try and push it all you want, man. It's just not going to stick.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think that's all right.
All right, fair enough. I don't think it's finished this time.
Yeah, I don't think it is. Sorry, but I need to defend myself there. Taser. Sorry, you tuned at the wrong time. You know when I said, yeah, this is good side chick etiquette? Taser's talking about, yeah, Esther, tell us more about side chick etiquette. No, that is not my story. It was a callback on what Mark said. You're a girl like me. Impossible. But yeah, man. Yeah, I don't care anymore. I just think it's all done and done.
So,
wasn't it Christian?
Say said he never liked his music, never understood the hype.
Sace. Or
Drake.
Stacey?
Yeah.
Oh, Sace. Oh, big up Sace.
Stacey. No.
I thought you had a slip of tongue. I really thought you did. Big up Sace.
I mean, he's the character, like, attack on him online is bonkers.
Do you know what was weird as well, though? I feel like
they're
it's funny
leaning in
there.
heavy.
No,
On-
but you know
on
what it
Drake.
is, yeah? Sorry, like, basically, yeah, obviously, like, through all the other hip-hop beefs we've had, you have a winner and you have a loser, and then it's like, all right, cool. To the spoils goes the champion kind of thing, and then you move on.
Yeah.
This isn't that.
Yeah.
Like, it's not about who won or won or lost.
Yeah.
They're trying to pack him up.
Yeah.
And ship him
And
out.
ship him out.
They want him out the industry.
Yeah,
Like
like,
done,
they're not,
yeah.
they're not happy with Kendrick won and this ain't no.
It's not done yet.
This ain't
know
done
what?
until he's gone. They
They're
want
gonna
him.
stick it back of it.
They
Do you
want
know
him
what I think?
done.
I think it's just not secretly, but it's like a lot of people actually don't like him.
But do you remember I said that? Because I was
That's
saying
what
that I
it
feel
boils down
like...
to.
Oh, yeah, because I was saying like I
He's
feel like
very
all of this
disliked.
stuff, there's something in the industry that is happening. But I don't know. I don't feel like it's public knowledge. But I feel like he's just pissed that he's done a lot to people. And they're all banding together and they're like, get him
Because
out.
they've been waiting for
It's
the
mad.
moment.
They've been waiting.
Is all that's wrong with the industry, and we want to basically just remove him.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're trying to get him on the block list. It's like because when he lost to Pusha, everybody liked that and all that, but that seemed just like sport and stuff like that. It was like,
Yeah.
Pusha cooked him. Rare, we could move on. It's a mark against him, but let's just move on. Just new music, and then obviously since then he's dropped tunes. People have enjoyed them, but like I'm saying, this time round, it's like if you after the fact, if you still want to listen to Drake, people are like, oh, you still on that?
This is what they're on.
Like,
This is
like
it.
you still doing that? Like we don't listen. Like he's done kind of thing. And it's like rah.
Yesterday, Danielle played Pound Cake,
Yeah.
Pound cake goes off, man.
and I'm thinking, I need to put this in the Discord because this is Kendrick could never. Right? Just how the
Yeah, but
beat
does
comes
it-
in and whatnot.
but-
Wait.
Wow, okay, sorry.
And I'm like, I don't think I could do it.
You don't have to.
I'm not allowed to.
You're
No,
not-
you
Why?
get hooked. You get.
No,
you
but
get,
I'm like, you get flogged.
you get flogged. You get flogged.
You get flogged.
Is this, but this is what I'm saying. Is this where we're at here? So like,
It's worked.
we can't listen to.
It's giving R.
we
Kelly.
can't
He
listen
ain't
to
like
Drake's
us
music.
anymore.
Really?
No, I'll be honest with you.
So I can't
It's actually
listen
giving
to
that.
Take Care.
we is
Oh,
French.
I'm listening to what's the one?
Drake was
The
on my
Pancake
story
is
this
on?
morning, man.
I'm
gonna listen to what I want.
I'm not a Drake. The thing is, I'm
I
not a
can't
Drake
bring it back.
fan.
No, I'm not trying to. I'm still a fan though.
I've never been a Drake fan, but he's got songs that I like.
No, I'm listening to.
So if I hear
what's
a
that thing
song,
called?
I'm not gonna turn it off and be like, do you know what I mean?
You're gonna get them
The one Pancake is on.
side eyes though.
Nothing was the same. No.
Nothing was the same.
Yeah.
Nothing was the same is my best Drake album. I love
No,
that
same, and
so
I agree.
much.
The album's sick.
I'm listening to that. But what I will say though, I think it's funny though how like all of a sudden now he's like, oh, summer's next, and like the pedophile thing is still stuck there. It's still there.
Like how
That's what I
song?
feel like.
How good is that song gonna have to be
I'm not sure if it is.
for people to
The
accept
EP.
it? Like talking about summer's coming. Like how good is that music
has
gonna have to be
it has to be
for
doing
people
more-
to just bubble and vibe to this music? Because
Mark,
I can't see it.
to be
It's gonna
better
be
than-
so tough.
It has to be better than Kiki, Do You Love Me and whatnot. It has to like, it has to make us forget forget it all. Like, it has to give them the same amnesia that gave them the same amnesia for R. Kelly all those years. He's bobbing good.
The Piper, he was cooking though.
He was cooking.
He did that shit.
So Drake's got to cook.
Good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
How are you guys?
We're good, thank you, babes. How are you?
Not bad. I just want to get a few things off my chest about this beef, to be honest.
Come on, let's have it.
Pop your shit off.
Let's do it, girl. What's your name, babe? Sorry, what's your name?
Yes, Jess.
Oh, morning, Jess. All right, let's go.
Listen, I'm tired of this, of people bantering J. Cole. I'm tired of it, yeah? I'm a J. Cole fan.
Where's the horns?
I'm tired of it.
You're annoying.
That's not a horn.
I'm tired. Listen, like, let's put this in an everyday analogy. The beef was never about him. So why is everybody laughing at this man? Like, why am I going to go hard on a beef that has nothing to do with me? Why am I going to go hard for it?
Do you remember a song called 7 Minute Drill?
Listen,
because that's internet. Never happened.
Listen, I can even admit I'm a J. Cole stan. When I heard that song, I said, nah, my boy is not doing what he normally does. What's going on? Then when the context started unraveling, I said, now I get it. It was never about him. And you know when, like, you're fighting a battle that's not about you, you're needy. You're needy. Let's keep it real. You're needy. The way Drake and Kendrick have gone after each other, there is a genuine discontent for each other. J. Cole doesn't feel that way about Kendrick. He loves that guy. So how am I going to produce a fire diss song when I don't have hate for you?
That's what I said. Retweet, girl.
Tupac went for Biggie because there was discontent. If it was me, if the song would have been meaty, yeah. If it was a thing where, like, my guy was sitting on the fence. When you're sitting on the fence, how can there be a fire diss song? I don't understand. So now that everything is unraveling, why are we still going after J. Cole? In my opinion, I feel like he exemplified healthy masculinity by apologizing.
Word.
Like, what's wrong with realizing you've made a mistake, take accountability, and apologizing? Why are we laughing about that?
Because the world is toxic, sis. But they ain't healed. They ain't healed.
I'm so confused. Like, and also other thing, yeah, that's also getting on my nerves. I'm tired. When are these Drake fans just gonna listen? Drake is not like a god. Every dog will have their day.
Word.
Every dog will have their day. You're not invincible. You're like, I'm sorry, like, I'm not even a Kendrick stan. I listen to Drake far more than I listen to Kendrick, yeah? But I've always known that Kendrick's brain is cerebral. I've always known. This guy won a Pulitzer Prize. They don't just give that out to anybody. Yeah, some of the things Marx has said, I agree with. And you know what I like about Marx? I like the fact that he owns his bias. I like people like that. I like people that own their bias.
What are you saying?
Yeah,
you think you're biased?
Well, I'm not biased like that, but what I'm trying to say is I was a Drake fan before this beef started. If before there was even any beef or whatever, if you asked me to pick Drake or Kendrick, I'm gonna pick Kendrick. So it's obvious that
you're gonna pick Kendrick.
Sorry.
I know it's in your heart, love.
Freudian slip.
Do you see?
Clip it up if you want. It's fine.
Oh, sorry.
He said I didn't need your permission. And I'm
just saying, yeah. If you asked me beforehand, before there was anything going on, I would have said I prefer Drake. I listen to Drake more. This is what I'm saying. So when this started now, obviously with the music that's being supplied, I'm gonna lean towards Drake. That's just obvious. That's not necessary. It is biased, but it's not. If that it makes perfect sense to me personally. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So there is a little bit of bias there, but yeah, I could own it because that's what I prefer, innit?
Yeah.
But you don't move like this whole time. I haven't been able to give Kendrick props.
I appreciate you owning your bias, but what I don't like is, like, I feel like comprehension is at a low right now. I don't understand how we can be, like, fans are trying to comprehend that Drake won this. It's okay. Let it go. Let it go. He lost. Everybody has their day. Everybody has
Yeah,
their day, but
anyone saying Drake won this beef is absolutely crazy still.
it's madness to me. Like, and they'll be arguing with you, and it's like, relax. Jake is not your father.
Even if it's not finished, Brent, you can't win.
Well, it's not finished, so if you say he can't win, I hear what you're saying. The whole culture's against him now, innit?
Yeah, he can't
Like,
win.
let's accept it. Like, let's just accept it. And if anything, he won to a worthy competitor, and now he knows that. It's rather him lose to Kendrick than Meek Mill.
Yeah, if he had lost to J. Cole, that would be him finished, man. Just call that a day. Call that rap. Just...
You don't think Drake can win? Sorry?
Sorry.
J. Cole can
Yeah, sorry.
win.
Speak your chest. Speak your chest, Brent, because you're so big and bad. Go on.
Sorry.
J. Cole can run. Listen, let me tell you something, yeah, because I'm a fellow Aquarian, yeah, like J. Cole. So listen, the problem with J. Cole is that he struggles with self-esteem. Have you listened to J. Cole's albums? Listen, I'm a J. Cole fan. I just
Self and Steve.
Yeah,
Self
he
and
struggles with self-esteem.
He's
He
clearly free. He's clearly number 3 out of the big 3.
Now,
I don't think he's in the big 3, bro.
I don't think he's in the big 3
I don't
anymore.
think so.
Oh, him. Oh,
He-
he's got
So who's in big 3? 'Cause
Big Sean now. Big Sean, Drake, and
Anybody other than J. Cole,
Big
man.
Sean.
it's a Big Sean.
He can't be
In the big
talking
three.
about competitive
He
bars
can.
again.
He can. I reckon that J. Cole had a conversation with Kendrick.
That's the
because
healthy
like,
toxic masculinity that you get.
that's great. Like Jess was saying, yeah, J. Cole and Kendrick have been boys. I reckon that J. Cole spoke to Kendrick and Kendrick said, nah, like, I hate that guy. And J. Cole was like, do you know what? This ain't even about... I feel like J. Cole clocked that it's not even about the whole big 3 thing. Because I'll be honest with you, Kendrick went too personal too quick. And J. Cole said, you know, I'm going to take myself out of all of this. I love my brother. I'm gonna keep it cute. Anyway, I'm here. Nobody can never make me hate J. Cole. Nobody.
We sound
Impossible.
in solidarity. You would never let me go against J. Cole. There's nothing to say.
Impossible.
Nothing. This guy got me through uni. There's nothing he can say about J. Cole to me. Listen, I've grown up on J. Cole. All I'm trying to say is that J. Cole can run circles around Drake. The problem with J. Cole is that he sunned
believe you.
himself around Drake. That's the problem. He sunned himself around Drake because Drake is more popular, and that's something sometimes we do as Aquarians. Sometimes we're intimidated, right?
So aquariums. That is
J. Cole
cold.
wanted to
Aquarius.
J.
Aquarius.
Cole could be that pen.
I'm one of them.
Aquarius.
Yeah.
Don't let this Kendrick beef. Don't let this Kendrick. J. Cole can't talk to Drizzy.
He
I'm
can.
sorry.
At all.
Oh, he
I'm sorry.
can.
Can't talk to
Oh, he
anybody.
can,
Can't.
Mark.
No,
Oh,
no.
he
Apologize.
can.
Use lot
Let me
when
open
No,
his
no.
mouth.
first of all, when the
No
beef
chance.
started, yeah, when the beef started, you said Kendrick is a lyrical miracle. He's dead. He's da-da-da. He's this, whatever. You did not think that Drake was gonna lose, and you're sitting here now telling me that you don't think. No,
It's strategic. I still don't enjoy them Kendrick songs.
doesn't matter. But you
Like,
did.
so me personally,
No, but that's-
even I could admit what's happened and
Yeah.
the effect that it's had and rest of the day. Like the only Kendrick song that I like that's dropped that day
Not
is
Like Us.
Not Like Us. Like
Yeah, but that's
literally,
what I'm speaking
them
to.
other
though.
songs still.
No, but
break
I'm not
my
speaking
ears
to that.
bleed.
I'm speaking to the fact that Use Lot thought Drake was going to win, and Use Lot thought it was very cheeky for even that to be a thing. So if you thought that Drake was going to win, and we've seen now Drake has chopped breakfast, I don't think that your heart should be. Sorry, excuse me, I'm still speaking. I don't think that you should be so big and bad about Drake will run circles around about J. Cole because Use Lot. Excuse me. Use Lot thought that was what was going to happen with Drake and Kendrick. So I'm just saying that your judgment
Yeah, it's impaired.
is off.
Yeah. But
What are you gonna say? 'Cause you're dying for it.
to be honest, Wester, to be honest, I think it was. Hold up.
Good guy, kind of reading
I think it was rigged from the jump.
in terms of.
About
Really?
everybody's waiting patiently for an opportunity to now use social media to then just cut down anything. They were always going to say Drake lost. It didn't matter what Drake put out.
I don't think so.
No,
That's fine.
You can see the.
Fair enough.
I think
From
nah,
just the way it's
man.
developed
This is what I'm
online,
saying.
you can
This
see
is
the
the problem with
sentiment and
Drake's
the
stance,
narrative.
man.
You
Y'all
can
are
see.
annoying as
Anything
hell,
he put out,
man.
because he has the best diss track. To be honest, he had the best diss track. He put out the best diss track, but it's not about diss tracks. It's not about.
Are you hearing yourself?
I don't like you. We need to get you out.
Are you hearing yourself?
He had the best diss track.
Are you hearing yourself?
I'm telling you, he had the best diss track.
Okay.
That's your
Anyway,
opinion, right?
of course it has to be.
Obviously, it's
It
my
can be.
opinion.
Exactly. So
that can only be
you
the
can't
thing.
say
That
you're
can only
telling
be his
someone, It's
opinion.
your opinion.
That's
I'm
some
telling
bullshit.
you my opinion.
Okay, that's fine, but it's not fact.
Sorry, Emmanuel, you've just walked in. You are an MC. You have the accreditation to speak on this particular matter. Yeah, when you come back, Emmanuel just walked in. Just letting people know.
First of all,
Marga,
Yeah.
this is rap heritage, right? You know what you're talking about when you're talking about rap. What the best diss track?
Family Matters.
Who had the best diss track?
Drake.
Thank you very much. So I've asked one.
But then again,
You've asked the biased
no,
guy.
sorry.
You've asked. Wait, did you call him
No, you
accredited?
know what?
Yeah,
the
he did.
effect,
The biased person.
No. The effect of Not Like Us. If you take everything into consideration, I'm like, if you got to take everything into consideration, Not Like Us is like it was a knockout blow. It was a heavy hitter, and people are talking about they're gonna play it all summer.
Yeah. They're gonna play it in 10 years' time.
Yeah, so maybe Not Like Us is the best one.
Diss track? No.
Exactly. How
It had more
what makes
impact.
family-
But I
but
said, what's the best diss track?
You
I know
lot
what you're
stressing
saying,
Jess
but
out.
you got to take
Just
you
one
got to
second.
take everything
I'm
into
loving
consideration.
how you are now saying what I said when I was there talking to you about the same thing.
No, you weren't, because when I was
I
saying
was
that I need
saying
a,
the
when I was saying
same
that
thing.
he needs a bop,
You
you
were
were telling
saying
me
that he had the best diss track. I'm like, that doesn't matter. I said Not Like Us is being played everywhere.
that's true. Yeah, that's true.
That was-
A rose is reversed. A rose is reversed.
When Drake came with the back-to-back, that was so sneaky, but it was mad catchy, and everyone was saying that was the best thing since sliced
Yeah.
bread. So why can't
Word.
Not Like Us be better than Matters? I'm confused.
Euphoria is a bad
Word.
song, you know. Like the first, I think it might be like 1 minute 30 seconds. Like the first is so tough. It's such a hard listen. Like for me personally, like it is so tough to listen to. Obviously,
Because of your
if you like all of that stuff, then I mean, go off, man. Like do you? But I'm just saying, me personally, man, that is not.
You know, I'm a
That is
conspiracy
not
nut.
it. It's not
I'm
it,
a
man.
conspiracy
It's
nut.
not John Blaze.
I think that Drake's gonna drop some tracks that's gonna change people's opinions.
Well, after the fact, it might be too late.
I think it's too
It's
late.
gonna be too late.
I actually think it's too late.
Impossible. We're saying what we're saying right now because we're just talking.
No.
But
You don't want to
imagine
believe
you
it because
drop-
you're just talking.
Just imagine. Just imagine
You're
you
in
drop-
denial. You're
Remember-
going for a
remember all of
7
this,
stage
yeah?
of grief.
Remember all
You're
of
going
this.
for the 7 stages of grief. You can't believe that Drake you've experienced
It's
what you experienced with
because
Drake.
I'm not thinking that this boy has help from Lucifer.
Who Drake?
100%.
Lucifer himself.
He has
Himself.
Lucifer.
Himself.
Brent, I'm tired. This is word on
Emmanuel. Hello.
Yeah, after Iman's opinions, we're moving on. Just saying.
Who had the best diss track?
Ooh.
He had one strong verse.
Elijah Muhammad Ali.
It's no, it's a tough one, man. But the one I would listen to, that I would go to, like to listen to, Family Matters. That's a Drake one, isn't it?
Listen,
Yeah.
listen, I need you
that
to
one.
put some people in that studio. Apart from Esther, I need you to put some neutral people in the studio because I feel like there's all sense of biases going on.
No. Brent
Anyway,
said
guys.
Marx
What?
is biased. Sorry, is neutral.
I'm the only
Imagine.
impartial one in this room, to be honest.
Boy, shut
I'm
up.
definitely
Only
impartial.
impartial
Bye-bye.
one.
I'm impartial.
I believe that
Y'all
if
can't
we
even spell
ended
the
it
word.
today, Kendrick has won. Hands down, 100%. I don't think it's finished.
Y'all would
I
have
don't
been
think
part
that,
of the
I don't think that
Why are we
Drake has said-
arguing?
No,
Why can't
Jess,
we-
yeah, sorry, yeah. Brent is so upset, yeah, he's about to mute you.
she's like,
Brent is going for a hard time, babe.
she's like,
Yeah, let's give him a moment. Go on, Brent.
I really don't think that Drake could see the entire industry turning against him and says, all right, cool, I'm just going to tap out. I don't think that that's the case. I think that he's now said, all right, the entire culture seems to be against me, so let me take some time and come back with something, having thought about it. Because all the time, he was thinking, I've got this. He wasn't expecting
Arrogant.
this. He wasn't expecting
Arrogant.
this. Yeah, 100%. 100%. When you're on the top, that's what happens. Complacency. J. Cole would never know about this.
Oh, God, you know what? You know what?
That's facts. That's facts.
Backs upon backs. Jess, you've been amazing.
Thank you,
very
Jess.
much
You
for your
are an
call.
absolute
I love
babe.
the
I will
energy.
see you at the next J. Cole concert, baby. In a dream you'll do.
Jess,
Have a great day, love. All right, well, this is the last time speaking about music. If you still want to speak about music and distraction shit, bring the rotation back. Let's get into our next headlines.
all right. Before we move on, Emmanuel, someone asked me to ask you a question. Regarding the done out here you gave to Margs on Friday, I believe.
Let me
Yeah.
take the jacket
Why
off.
was Mark
Damn.
on Friday?
No, he gave two
Suggestions.
Margs. Yeah,
Oh.
suggestion. Yeah. I hear. Sorry, my apologies. I now see how that could have come across like that. She wants to know
Oh, I get it.
why you put that up for submission.
Because she was talking rubbish. I think it's that simple. She was talking rubbish. She thought that the world revolved around her.
The woman, it was the dating thing, innit?
No,
No, it was
the Jewish girl.
from uni.
Oh
ABC.
yeah, sorry about they said something about Christmas songs, innit?
They
Yeah.
asked her why she has so many Christmas songs.
And she said,
how can they change the rugby,
Rugby
training
day
to
to
Saturday
Saturday.
morning?
And they should go
Why
to
would you
church.
think that they changed that rugby? Like the entire team trained. You changing it to Saturday to get her?
No, but
That's foolishness.
no, but sometimes that happens there, but in places there. That happens in places. Are you telling? Nah, that happens in places. Even in people's workspaces and stuff. That actually happens. That's
The
not
whole
far.
rugby team.
Nah. That's not far fetched.
I don't believe it.
But I think what got me though, what I thought was funny, was the church one. She said, "Why do you know me a Christian song?"
No, but I just thought it was just like, why are you making this all about you? You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. But you have to look at the implications of it as well. Like, you're basically saying, okay, the time that's happening now, that means everyone's and yes, one of the reasons is because you said all those things was anti-Semitic. Someone asking you about why you know Christmas songs is anti-Semitic. People moving. No, man, I don't even know why this is a question. It's nonsense to me.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll move
That'll do it.
on to the next headlines, I believe.
Yes, please. You got this.
I gotta do a lot reading. All right.
Oh, well, for topic of the day. Okay, let me do it then. All right, so the first headline here. So, Reform UK's election efforts are being hampered by a lack of money and resources, and the party has so far largely relied on 1.4 million pounds of loans from its leader, Richard Tice. The party is ultimately owned by Nigel Farage, but electoral and corporate filings show it has been mainly bankrolled by Tice, who has contributed about 80% of its declared funding in loans and donations since he took over in 2021. Farage is still undecided about whether to return to a frontline role in the party at this year's election. The party has been ticking up in the polls, even without his active presence, reaching 9 to 15% nationally. In the Blackpool South by-election on 2nd of May, its candidate came within 120 votes of the Conservatives, with 17% of the vote. Reform insists that traditional former Tory donors are now beginning to open their checkbooks for the party as the election approaches, even without Farage. And our next headline is about fierce battles in Gaza as Israeli forces attack Hamas militants. So fierce battles were underway across much of the devastated north of Gaza on Sunday, with heavy bombardment and airstrikes reported as Israeli forces attacked Hamas militants in areas that have already seen repeated rounds of fighting. The new clashes underline the failure of Israeli Defense Forces, IDF, to secure much of the territory, analysts said. After a campaign that has brought massive destruction, the displacement of about 2 million people, and the deaths of around 35,000, mostly women and children. There were also clashes reported in the south of Gaza, where tens of thousands fled the city of Rafah on Sunday, following bombardment and warnings from the IDF to clear central and eastern neighborhoods before planned offensives. Aid officials there believe the total who have now left the city may be about 350,000. That's wild. Where are they? All right. And our last headline in this segment is internet outrage felt across East Africa. Internet users in Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, and Uganda have been complaining about poor connectivity as service providers across East Africa acknowledge there has been a problem. They have said they are working to fix it. The patchy service was a result of faults in the undersea cables that connect the region to the rest of the world through South Africa, industry expert Ben Roberts told the BBC. A similar outage was experienced in parts of West and Southern Africa in March. Cloudflare Radar, which monitors internet connectivity, said that Tanzania was the worst affected country, with traffic falling to 30% of expected levels. It's time to pay some bills. Let's get into our What You Saying topic of the day.
All right, people, welcome to the topic of the day. I thought that this would be obviously a very long one, yeah. But obviously, you lot have been speaking for quite a while.
Time.
So I guess we'll kind of just hit some of the points. But Ben was saying to me, I believe it was last week, innit, Ben?
Yeah.
that, you know what, we should go through the Willie Lynch letter, yeah, and talk to you guys about it on the show and see the relevance of it. And obviously I can see why, especially over the last 1 or 2 weeks, we kept having these discussions about dating outside of your race, colorism, and certain issues that obviously we kind of face alone. That's unique to us, right? Being in the black community. So I'm not too sure if everyone's aware of the Willie Lynch letter. Are you guys aware of the Willie Lynch letter?
I heard about it.
All right. So, I mean, some people do consider it like a fabricated document. I believe it surfaced around like the 70s or so. And basically it's about, the premise is it's a letter that was written by a slave owner called Willie Lynch. I believe it was in 1712. And he's basically giving advice.
Oh, no, we spoke about this briefly, innit? Where he was talking about colorism and all that, like all the intentional things that they did, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. He was invited.
Exactly. And he was basically just talking about how best to deal with your slaves, right? So that you can get some longevity out of them. Because he had a trip. He went to America. Obviously, he went to visit his other fraudulent, animalistic slave holder friends. And he saw how they treated their slaves. And he thought, the way you guys are beating your slaves and doing what you're doing to them, you're not really going to get the most for your money. You know what I'm saying? We need to
Thank you for being so caring.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, let's figure out a better way. In fact, let me tell you the better way to do this. And there's just so many things in this letter that, I guess, to me anyway, is very much relevant today. But obviously, I want you guys to hear it from him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to read the letter to you guys. And feel free to stop me at any point, yeah? And then we're obviously going to dissect it briefly. But yes, so this speech was delivered by a white slave owner, like I said, William Lynch, on the bank of the James River in 1712, right? And the message is still true today. That's what it says. So by William Lynch. So, gentlemen, I greet you here on the banks of the James River in the year of our Lord, 1200 and... Sorry, the year of our Lord, you know. In the year of our Lord, 1712. First, I shall thank you, the gentlemen of the colony of Virginia, for bringing me here. I'm here to help you solve some of your problems with slaves. Your invitation reached me on my modest plantation in the West Indies, where I have experimented with some of the newest and still the oldest methods for control of slaves. Ancient Rome would envy us if my program is implemented. As our boat sailed south on the James River, named for our illustrious king, whose version of the Bible we cherish, I saw enough to know that your problem is not unique. While Rome used cords of wood as crosses for standing human bodies along its old highways in great numbers, you are here using the tree and the rope on occasion. In fact, trigger warning, guys. Trigger warning. I caught the whiff of a dead slave hanging from a tree a couple miles back. You are not only losing valuable stock by hangings, you are having uprisings, slaves are running away. Your crops are sometimes left in the fields too long for maximum profit. You suffer occasional fires. Your animals are killed. Gentlemen, you know what your problems are. I do not need to elaborate. I am not here to enumerate your problems. However, I am here to introduce you to the method of solving them. In my bag here, I have a foolproof method for controlling your black slaves. I guarantee every one of you that if installed correctly, it will control the slaves for at least 300 years. My method is simple. Any member of your family or your overseer can use it. Here we go. I have outlined a number of differences among the slaves, and I take these differences and I make them bigger, right? I use fear, I use distrust and envy for control purposes. These methods have worked on my modest plantation in the West Indies, and it will work throughout the South. Take this simple list of differences and think about them. On the top of my list is age, but it's only there because it starts with an A. The second is color or shade. There's intelligence, size, sex, size plantations, status on plantations, the attitude of owners, whether the slave lives in the valley, on the hill, east, west, north, south, have fine hair, coarse hair, or is tall or short. Now that you have a list of differences, I shall give you an outline of action. But before that, I shall assure you that distrust is stronger than trust, and envy is stronger than adulation, respect, or admiration. The black slave, after receiving this indoctrination, shall carry on and will become self-refueling and self-generating for hundreds of years, maybe thousands. Don't forget, you must pitch the old black male versus the young black, and the young black male against the old black male. You must use the dark-skinned slaves versus the light-skinned slaves, and the light-skinned slaves versus the dark-skinned slaves. You must use the female versus the male and the male versus the female. You must also have your white servants and overseers distrust all blacks. And but it is necessary that your slaves trust and depend on us. Assimilation, integration. They must love, respect, and trust only us. Gentlemen, these kits are your keys to control. Use them. Have your wives and children use them. Never miss an opportunity. If used intensively for 1 year, the slaves themselves will remain perpetually distrustful. Thank you, gentlemen. And that's the letter, guys. The rest of it is another part, which is called Let's Make a Slave. And then it goes into the detail.
Make a slave.
Yeah. It goes into the detail, which I guess we could do another day if you lot are interested, of how they actually broke the slaves and some of the horrid things that they did.
We will be doing it.
Good, beautiful.
Yeah, because that's the particulars.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you can see in today's
Exactly.
today's day.
But yeah, guys, what's your first thoughts? And then I guess we'll go into the. I
think it's sad, you know. I think it's very, very sad. I think it's sad knowing that like the differences and stuff within our community have been, I guess, in a way planted in there, and like we actually live those differences, and like we still see those differences. We see the effects of those differences to today, and that's very heartbreaking. That's a very, very sad truth. So that's where I'm at. Sad.
Gina Marks, right?
No, I agree. I think you don't realise, obviously for us, we didn't, we weren't around those times, innit? So you know how sometimes people are like, oh, like, why do we care about slavery so much? Like, it's not our fight. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
But even just hearing that and the fact that those things still impact our community today, this is why we should care about it. Do you get what I mean?
100%. Marks, what are you thinking?
Yeah, same really. Just they done a number on us.
They actually did. We got
Got
bad.
It's crazy. Like in this, you know what? I'm actually going to read some of the parts from Let's Make a Slave. And
Let's Make a Slave is wild.
yeah.
So who published this book?
Apparently, I'm not too sure who published the book, right?
Yeah.
But the letter apparently appeared in a university, I think in the 70s.
Okay.
And yeah, basically, Willie Lynch.
I want to know who gets paid.
I'm not too sure.
No, his bloodline is still making money.
But in the beginning of Let's Make a Slave, it says, let's make a slave. What do I need? First of all, trigger warning, guys. I'm going to definitely be using the N-word, so you guys get effect and whatnot. But first of all, we need a black nigger man, a pregnant nigger woman, and her baby nigger boy. Second, I will use the same basic principle that we use in breaking a horse, combined with some more sustaining factors. When we do it with horses, we break them from one form of life to another. That is, we reduce them from their natural state in nature, whereas nature provides them with the natural capacity to take on their needs and the needs of their offspring. We break that natural string of independence from them and thereby create a dependency state so that we may be able to get from them useful production for our business and pleasure. For fear that our future generations may not understand the principles of breaking both horses and man, we'll lay down the art. Imagine. For if we are to sustain our basic economy, we must both break and tie both of the beasts together, the nigger and the horse. We understand that short-range planning on economics results in periodic economic chaos, so that to avoid turmoil in the economy, it requires us to have breadth and depth in long-range comprehensive planning, articulating both skills and sharp perception. We lay down the following principles for long-range comprehensive economic planning. Number one, both horse and nigger are no good to the economy in the wild or natural state. I'm kind of referring to us. Number two, both must be broken and tied together for orderly production. Number three, for the orderly futures, special and particular attention must be paid to the female and the young offspring. Number four, both must be crossbred to produce a variety and division of labor. Number five, both must be taught to respond to a particular new language. And number six, psychological and physical instruction of containment must be created for both. We hold this above 6 cardinal principles as the truths to be self-evident based on the following discourse concerning the economics of breaking and tying the horse and the nigger together, all inclusive of the 6 principles laid down above. And then obviously it goes down into how they actually did what they did. This is the big trigger one on this one, guys. I'll just read the tiny bit here. It says, "We reverse nature by burning and pulling one civilized nigger apart and bullwhipping the other to the point of death, all in her presence." So this particular part here is actually talking about the breaking process of the African woman. This is what they did to, obviously, to the men in front of the women, right? To create, I guess, somewhat what we have today. We reversed nature by burning and pulling one civilized nigger apart and bullwhipping the other to the point of death, all in her presence. By her being left alone, unprotected, with the male image destroyed, the ordeal caused her to move from her psychological dependent state to a frozen, independent state. In this frozen psychological state of independence, she will raise her male and female offspring in reversed roles. For fear of the young male's life, she will psychologically train him to be mentally weak and dependent, but physically strong. Because she has become psychologically independent, she will train her female offsprings to be psychologically independent. What have you got? You've got the nigger woman out front and the man behind and scared. This is a perfect situation for sound, sleep, and economics.
All right. So let me just read this, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to ask a couple questions. All right. So there is no evidence that Willie Lynch, the supposed author of the Willie Lynch speech, ever actually lived, right? And Emmanuel did allude to this at the beginning. Here's why the idea of Willie Lynch is considered a hoax. 1, missing historical record. No historical records document William Lynch, who owned a plantation in the West Indies or Virginia during the 1700s, the time period the speech claims to be from. Number 2, anachronisms. The speech itself contains inconsistencies with the 1700s. For example, it uses the term program, which didn't become widely used until the 1800s, and refers to slaves rather than the more common term Negroes used during that era. Number 3, recent emergence. The Willie Lynch speech only gained widespread attention in the 1990s through internet circulation, not through historical documentation. The speech itself is believed to be a fabricated document created in the late 20th century, while the concept of slave control through division tactics might have some historical basis. The specific details surrounding Willie Lynch are demonstrably false. This is Gemini. Yep. Question: how did the Willie Lynch speech gain such widespread circulation despite its lack of historical basis? So let's just say it is fake, right?
Yeah.
Why do you think it gained such widespread circulation? Manuel.
Because I don't want to be, I wanted to relate it to something, but I don't want to be disrespectful. But because in essence, it's true. You know what I'm saying? Like everything that's detailed here in terms of like the breaking of African women and African men is true. There's historical evidence of those things replete throughout history, right? So that's 100% true. And when you look at the effects of it today, how the men and women, we have our issues, how we have issues with colorism, how all these differences have been pitted against us, right? All of that is true. I think the only thing, I think what this does is basically condense 300-400 years of slavery into a short pamphlet, so that people who are not going to scour through the history books can get it and understand everything concisely. You know what I'm saying? And in a short form. You know what I'm saying? So yes, it may not be historically accurate in terms of it being a historically accurate document. You know what I mean? From a guy who was speaking in the James River, 1712, but it's real. And what I wanted to say, I don't take the conversation left, but it's kind of like religious books. Many religious books were not written at the time it was happening. It happened after. You heard the stories and people saw the effects of it, and it was written after the fact. It doesn't make the story fake.
That's why it won't make a difference, isn't it?
Precisely.
It won't make a difference whether he was real or not, because the person with hindsight's always got the best vision in the room, innit?
Exactly.
You know what I'm trying to say? So because it's true, so even if it didn't happen, whoever witnessed the effects of it and saw what's happened and articulated it in a place to put it together, because people will love having answers, innit? And you want to have answers. How did we get here? Why are we in the position that we're in?
Yep.
So you answer those questions. It's not with nothing that's fabricated, if
Exactly.
that makes sense. So whether it's true or not kind of doesn't really make
Exactly.
a difference. Like I'm saying, or whether he existed or whether the speech happened or not,
Yeah.
kind of doesn't make a difference. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
It's just like a fable for what's happened. It's just putting it in story terms in ways that you can understand, and the evidence of it is there. So because it's true, I don't think it kind of think it kind of matters.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Can you identify any potential motives behind the creation of this fabricated document?
Well, kind of like we were saying, I think to put into a very short form the horrors of slavery and the effects of it, so that people today, I guess, have something that we can actually point to. Because again, most people are not going to read like loads of different books from different authors. You know what I'm saying? Like there's just so many things out there that it takes a lot of effort. But to have something kind of short and just show you everything, right? I think that's one of the main purposes, to wake people up as well, to recognize that, our condition isn't necessarily our fault. Recognize the cause of it so that we can obviously get to the root of it and change our tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But people, you're always going to get these sort of discussions online and all over the world, barbershops, TV, everywhere you go, about the conditions of black people. Why do we behave like this? Why do we do this, that, and the third? Your answer is here. The reason why some experiences are unique to those people in America, African Americans, is because of these things. You know what I'm saying? And like I said earlier, many people are not going to spend that time reading these books. A lot of people are not going to go through psychologist books and talk about how the traumas pass on from generation to generation. You may hear about it and you may just repeat that sort of rhetoric, right? But to have something that's there in front of you that you can read in a couple of hours and understand everything, it's powerful. And I think that's the motivation for it.
Let's say it was a black man or woman that penned this particular letter. Implications if that were the case, and implications if it was penned by a white man or white woman. Do they change the implication?
I think the motivation is the main thing. If a white person wrote this, I think, and they motivated by the idea that they want people to recognize the ills of yesterday, so that we can rectify it today, then that's not a problem to me. That's just it is what it is. If a black man and woman did the same thing, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We're just trying to change tomorrow.
I don't think it makes a difference in what the purpose was served for, is to inform and educate. Whether it was a black person or it was a white person, it still had the same effect, and it always will. And the intentions of it, especially if it's Willie Lynch ain't real and it's been put together like what you're saying, the intentions of it are what we've seen, the results of it. I think it's there to inform and to educate and give you the understanding of what's going on. Whether the person was black or white, it still served the same purpose.
Let me push back on that a bit. With both of what you all just said. You say, Marx, is just to educate and inform, just like a record of history, right? But if there are directions as to how to make a slave, is it really just educating and informing?
Well, if it's not real and it didn't come out at the time when you're saying that it did come out and when it got popularized and all that, slavery was abolished and it wasn't a thing. So you wasn't giving anybody instructions how to make slaves because there wasn't no slaves, if that makes sense. Maybe you can take the concept of slave and thinking how to put it onto the public and stuff like that. I can get that idea, but it wouldn't be a manual or book how to make slaves, because if you're saying it's not real at the time it came out, slavery didn't exist.
If a black man or black woman wrote this to inform the people that the conflict and divide that is happening today, it was all planned, would that cause unrest and distrust and racial division, knowing this, if it's true?
Say that again?
That it was dropped, let's just say it was dropped in the 70s.
Okay, yeah.
Right?
Would it cause social unrest at the time?
When he read that out to you, how did you feel? If you never knew before that there was a plan to actually cause the division that we currently see every single day amongst our people, and you find out that it was forensically, strategically planned, how would it make you feel?
The way you'd expect. All the kind of, I was angry, whatever, all these kind of things. But again, it's all about how you use it, because you could say that it could, to create racial divide. It wouldn't, for me personally, the way I think, I'm not going to get no benefit consuming that information and then taking it and being mad towards white people. Like, this is what you've done, this is rare. I'd rather, like, knowledge is power, I want to be better. I'd rather take the information and change my way of thinking towards my own, if that makes sense.
Okay. So you'd actively look to basically do the opposite as to what it is that they're programmed you to basically do.
Yeah.
How about you, Emmanuel? How would you feel?
If I thought the whole thing was fabricated?
Yeah.
That's what you mean?
Not fabricated, no.
If you
the
at
motivation.
the time, because what you're saying is for real, that could, you're saying if the motive behind it could have been to galvanize energy towards to create that racial divide, to stir up that anger and stoke that fire. Do you get what I'm saying?
It's us against them.
Yeah.
They're the devils, and they're hiding in plain sight because you can still see the reflections of that same intent today.
Yeah.
So if you can spot it, you would immediately then, you're following the Willie Lynch. It's just updated. Do you understand? And you start to hate, despise those white people.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Because the music industry, colorism is rife up in there. Do you understand? So you begin to look at every single institution the way that the letter would suggest.
I see what you're saying.
The thing is, though, I don't think black people needed this to feel how they feel, though. You know what I'm saying? Because who you really trying to rally up? Who you trying to get angry? Where's the division really being made? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're dividing us, figuratively now, and then, like, what side are you speaking to? Because black people didn't necessarily need us to be angry. You know what I'm saying? Like, they may need us to understand history and to wake up, but to be angry necessarily, I don't think that's the case, because you see the effects of this today. You don't have overseers, we have police people. You know what I'm saying? Who treat you how they treat you on TV. You know, that we've seen on TV. Like, you know what I'm saying? All those things are there. We see it in places of work. Like, our women speak about this all the time, how light-skinned women get favored over darker-skinned women. Like, we see it in so many different institutions, different systems in our society where this is real. So I don't think it would necessarily do the job of creating a racial divide as such, because that's there already. You know what I mean? But when I spoke about motivation before, like, if the motivation was good to obviously wake people up, then fantastic. But I do feel like the motivation could be bad, and that's why I mentioned motivation. And what I mean by that is it will be bad in that we can create the slave today, though. That's how I see it. Someone could think that, because these same differences that Willie Lynch highlighted, right, are all there today. Like, we literally do this ourselves. But white people or people in power could do this also. Like, it doesn't even need to be against black people necessarily, but let's just say you wanted that sort of dynamic in America to remain the same. That same thing could be there. Age, us disrespecting our elders, intelligence, us people looking down on people who haven't been to uni before, saying you can't speak on this particular thing. Another saying, well, you're from this particular background, you can't do this particular thing. Color, shade, that goes without saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all there. Fine hair, coarse hair. All these discussions we have today. You know what I'm saying? So that could be further exacerbated in everyday life. So I think that motivation it could be there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
So why do you think that my AI, Gemini, is trying her best to convince me that not only is this a fabrication, not only is it a myth, but we need to actively fight against this misinformation? Why do you think that this fantastic companion is doing this?
I'm not too sure. I mean, who created Gemini?
I believe that Gemini is a collector, right? It's an amalgamator, so it just searches the internet and picks up on all of the text that it could read or it has been fed and then produces an analysis of the text. So the question is, why would somebody want to convince you that this is fake?
I mean, I can think.
Discredit it, man.
Yeah, I can think of 2 reasons.
That's the only reason. Go speak. Like, the truth will set you free, man. And whether it's fabricated or not, it's true.
Facts.
You get what I'm trying to say? So it's to discredit it, to get people not to believe it. I don't know what they'll think, what that will have, but it's like with anything, you put misinformation out and you muddy the waters and you do all these things, and then it creates doubt in some people's minds, and then that's where you get into these. You get what I'm trying to say? That it don't make a difference. They actually don't make a difference whether it's real, whether Willie Lynch existed, whether he gave that speech on the banks of Georgia. It actually makes no difference whatsoever. The words are important, and the implications of those words, and the fact that we've seen, like, our lived reality, that this is what happens, and even today you're saying it's updated and still used in different ways and whatnot. Like, that's what's important. The fact whether it's real or not, I don't think it doesn't even matter. It actually don't matter. Well, I'll speak for myself.
Would any of your white mates say that it doesn't matter?
Who gives a fuck what they think?
I like that. I like the energy, right?
No,
but I
didn't want to think to understand kind of what that question means. Like, who gives a fuck what they think?
How about you when you?
I haven't even received it properly. I've still. Let me think.
I hear that. I'll expand in a minute. How about your white mates, Emmanuel?
Yeah, I don't think it matters.
Would any of the white people feel that it matters to call this a myth or not?
No, because
try place yourself. Do we have any white allies in the? Huh?
I feel like they definitely would.
Why?
Because this is horrible. Like, obviously slavery happened and stuff like that, and for the most part, there's a lot of white people who are very aware of that, and where they can, they do their best. I mean, they acknowledge that it was wrong and whatever. Like, it's like they forever gonna be trying to compensate for what the ancestors did and stuff like that.
It's the guilt,
but
isn't it?
it's the guilt.
And they don't want to feel guilty for things that they didn't do.
No, but white guilt is a thing. But then to add this onto it, this is a manual of how to break down a people.
Yeah.
I would, if I was white, yes, slavery happened and we're really sorry and all that, but I don't want this attached to my whiteness.
Yeah, look, she's right. If a white person, of course it would matter to them whether it was real or not. Like you're saying, because of that white guilt that they don't want to feel, they don't want to feel guilty for things that happen for generations, for people that they don't even know. And then now, something that's so poignant and it's not even real, of course it would matter to them. We don't want to take, because they don't want to accept nothing anyway. Like, they don't want nothing to do with that anyway. The ones who care and who feel like that, they don't want nothing to do with slavery. It's like, you can't tar me with that same brush. So if they find out that's real, they could weapon that. That's a weapon for them to say, look, like, this is nonsense. We're not, like, you get what I'm trying to say?
And I think also as well, like, even with slavery, like with current whites, that's so funny. With current white people, like, slavery was back in the day kind of thing. Do you get me? So, like, they make a point to be like, I'm moving different, my ancestors are different, This speaks to current affairs. That's a whole different ball game. Like, there's no apology. There's no trying to be pro-diversity. Like, you can't undo what is still being done today.
Yeah.
That changes everything. And then I feel like if it was a thing where, like, say all black people were like, yeah, we believe this was it, they're calling for heads. So, and that's the thing. That's a whole revolution. And I think, and a white man actually corroborated this theory. It's not just me, but he actually said that sometimes some white people are scared that black people are going to decide one day that actually enough is enough, and they're going to revolutionize, and they're going to basically make white people what they did to black people, and like some white people have that fear. And he was a proper like Southern American accent, Alabama type of guy, the beard, the chunkiness, like all of that stuff. And he was like, no, like, there's white people that are genuinely scared that we could get to a point in society where black people are like all band together. Like, their worst fear is black people coming together, and they're gonna come together and be like, actually, yeah, we're gonna take, what's the word I'm looking for? Reparations.
Yeah.
But not just reparations monetarily.
Yeah, I know.
Physically.
I'll have you know that the guest that was supposed to come on, remember the Power Ranger guy?
Oh, this guy.
Remember him? Your people.
I just clocked these all back. Yeah.
Yeah. His church,
Believe
they
that?
fully believe that in heaven, black people are going to have white people as slaves.
See, that would have been a great conversation. But they wanted to avoid one young woman's murder. So now we can't even talk about that. That's crazy. That's a shame.
And they use the Bible to basically...
Justify that.
Yeah.
Where in the Bible does that say that?
I don't know the actual verse.
Is that a different Bible they use?
No,
I think they use the same Bible.
Yeah, the King James.
King James.
Yeah,
I will Google it. I'll Google it. But they fully believe that. So it's not just a case where it would be plucked out of the air.
They said here and there.
There are buildings
Yikes.
with preachers who are preaching this message. Damn. Yeah. So
100%. And yeah, I was just gonna say, I'm glad you mentioned about the current. You said something about current.
Like this is current.
Like I think one of the reasons why they would want it to be
False.
is because of reparations. This brings the conversation to the forefront. You know what I'm saying? Like we're already seeing San Francisco, different parts of America talking about reparations, the need for it, right? This like brings it to the forefront. It reminds everyone of how you create what you have today. You know what I'm saying? Like this has happened for generations. Let me quickly read. Yeah, obviously I read about how you create the African female slave, right? This is what it says here. When it comes to breaking, trigger warning, guys. When it comes to breaking the uncivilized nigger, use the same process, but vary the degree and step up the pressure so as to do a complete reversal of the mind. Take the meanest and the most restless nigger, strip him of his clothes in front of the remaining male niggers, the female and the nigger infant, tar and feather him. Tie each leg to a different horse in opposite directions. Set him afire and beat both horses to pull him apart in front.
One was not enough.
Yeah.
That's making me sick.
And this is what they did. In front of the remaining niggas, right?
That's wild.
The next step is to take a bullwhip and beat the remaining nigger males to the point of death in front of the female and the infant. But don't kill him. Just put the fear of God in him, for he can be useful for future breeding.
What?
Yeah.
So when you said it's to educate and inform, a lot of people don't even know that actually happened.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So where Gemini is saying, "Hey, this is all fake." What's fake? What do you
So
say?
he's saying as
What
a
do you say is
fact.
fake? Are you saying the person who was attached to the actual
Precisely.
book? Because as you said, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
This actually happened.
Yeah.
Just call it a ghostwriter.
Precisely. Yeah, for real.
Yeah. Just call it a ghostwriter.
That's so sad, you know. That's so horrible.
Yeah, because they're literally not trying to discredit the author enough. They're trying to discredit, if the buyer's discrediting it, they're trying to discredit all the information that's in the book.
100%.
And that's why it doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make a difference whether it happened, whether it was from 1712, whether it was from 1970, whether it was a black man, black woman, white man, or white woman. That information there is necessary.
Yeah. 100%. Let me read something quickly, yeah. I feel like I'm going to end up reading the whole book. The Negro Marriage Unit, yeah? We breed 2 nigger males with 2 nigger females. Trigger warning, guys, of course. Then we take the nigger males from them and keep them moving and working. Say the one nigger female bears a nigger female and the other bears a nigger male. Both nigger females, being without the influence of the nigger image, frozen with an independent psychology, will raise their offspring into reverse positions. The one with the female offspring will teach her to be like herself, independent and negotiable. We negotiate with her, through her, by her, and negotiate her at will, right? That's in parentheses. The one with the nigger male offspring, she, being frozen with a subconscious fear for his life, will raise him to be mentally dependent and weak, but physically strong. In other words, body over mind. Now, in a few years, when these 2 offsprings become fertile for early reproduction, we will mate and breed them and continue the cycle. That is good, sound, and long-range comprehensive planning. Look at that. This is, right there just tells you the influence of the father in the house, what you do to the father, how you remove him, and the psychological impact of that. All of these things is very real today. This is why what you're saying there, Marks, is 100% facts. It doesn't matter who wrote it. It's real. You know what I'm saying? People live and die by certain books today. That's
Can
out
you
there.
imagine?
Right?
Can you imagine?
I'm not trying to, but you get what I'm trying to say. But it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Because
Please,
it's real.
please be specific.
Yeah, what books?
What books are you talking about?
Just books.
What? No, which ones? I actually don't know what you're talking about.
No, I just mean like there are religious books out there.
He's
Right?
talking about the Bible.
This guy.
No, is that what you're talking about?
I'm
Don't put words in his mouth.
Thank you very much. Esther.
Which book it is?
I just mean
no, but not just
in
religious.
general.
Religion is so like so vast.
No, it could be.
You
all right.
talking about Buddhism?
No, it doesn't matter.
It does
Let's
matter.
focus on.
I
Willie
need
Lynch.
context. This is topic of the day.
All right,
I do
cool.
say we're on this platform to tell truths. So which book are you talking about?
Okay, cool. Let's just make it. Let's
I know what
just,
book you mean.
let's
I'm
just say.
stirring.
All right, then, cool. I ain't gonna say that.
I'm saying you're saving when you come save us.
You let him off?
Listen,
It
hey,
doesn't matter.
in the words of Aristotle, me, I don't know.
No, because no. All right, you know what? Put it this way.
Oh, child.
In fact, no, it doesn't matter. But yeah, because some things like again, they're just real. This is why I've said in the show before. Like myth, even though myth is not like historically accurate, it's real. It's very real. You know what I'm saying? Because it stood the test of time for thousands of years. It's still here, and it affects us, and we can get real stories from it and be impacted. And I feel like this is in the same sort of vein as that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Taser just asked a question. What would the group say is today's version of the methods in the book? For example, the psychological impact of TV shows having dumb dads in the house. Can we name some that we can see prevalent today?
I feel like, for me, I feel like all of them are still prevalent today.
Even like the arguments on social media,
yeah.
like
All of it.
like
The
black
gender
men
wars.
against black, literally,
mad.
colorism,
Yep.
how things are portrayed in the media, I feel like every single thing that they've mentioned in there still is
It's still
accurate
every single one.
what we're dealing with
Colorism.
And I reckon it's less of. I think it's less. It's less like the different means to create that mindset, and I think it's more of the effects of it. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like when you hear them getting the strongest man and mashing him up in front of the woman, and then the woman has her son. It's only right she's going to raise her son to be docile and that because she don't want to see them
don't
go
wanna see
through.
that
You know what I'm
happen
trying to say?
again.
Like
Yeah.
women
Exactly.
be protecting black men and scare black men all the time. So I feel like the damage is done. The stuff that's in place might just back up and top up a bit, but I think it's more the self teaching, if that makes sense. I think the damage is already done. That people are teaching their kids certain behaviors and behaving a certain way already. I think it's self sufficient by this point.
it's very internal.
It's sad though. Like, damn, man.
Because a lot of it, you know, when it's like you don't realize why we are the way we are. Do you get what I mean? It's like we're just this is how we are as black people, right?
Yeah.
But when you read that, it's like it all stems from there. So it's quite sad that we're still here and we're still kind of dealing with the effects of it.
Because how many people are gonna like know about this stuff and actually intentionally try to be against that? Like, intentionally try to be a present father, intentionally try to like, you know, just do all these things. Like, do you get me? Like, just intentionally try to build your family, be present parents, be a loving mother. Like, do all these things. It's wild, man. Black Rob has given some examples. Word. He said sexualization of the black woman, colorism, feminization of the black man, groupthink. Come on, I guess he's got more coming.
What do you think about that, Emmanuel?
What's up?
The trying to make black men effeminate.
100%, man. 100%. Because I know, obviously, we live in a society today where people say it's toxic for men to be men, right? Obviously, you may have different definitions of what a man is. But that strong figure in the household, right? This details how you destroy it. You know what I'm saying? Who you love best?
Sometimes I really fight for my life. Sometimes I've been fighting hard, and it's just making me laugh at how much I fight. As you working?
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like Miles was also saying, it's not necessarily exactly the same way, but the effects of it is still the same. How can we get the father out of the house? Or if we get him in the house, how can we make sure that he's weak and behind his woman? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's right there. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want any type of revolution. They don't want us to actually come up and do something. You know what I'm saying? So, It's 100% there.
How do you reverse engineer that?
I think by just like most things, I think we have to like look internally, rely on ourselves, and learn our history. I remember that obviously our history doesn't start here. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a reason why they had to go to these lengths, because we were great people. We still are great people. It's within us. But I think we have to remember what we are like. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, this is just, in the grand scheme of history, this is just a blip. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate that obviously it's still there. The effects are still rippling today. But yeah, we have to remember certain things.
I think it's a blip though.
Yeah, only because of
Damage is
black
mad.
history is extensive. You know what I'm saying? And that's why.
And that's why you need to educate yourself, because for most black people,
Yeah, word.
a majority is, I could tell everyone would say like majority rules. There will be exceptions of people who do live and think differently or whatever. But for most black people, when they think of themselves and they think of their history, it starts in the transatlantic slave trade.
Yeah.
They don't really go. They don't really go before that. You know what I'm trying to say? Like in most black people's minds, we've always been down. Like and people don't understand, or will even begin to try and understand about the social construct of race and racism. Don't understand that there was a point in life where it wasn't like this.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like it really wasn't like this. Like so, I think people need to start by that and hearing, because if you hear different things and hear different stories, then it kind of puts life and things into perspective, innit? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, because then you start to think, well, why is that the only thing that they're pushing, and why is that always at the forefront? And it's like, well, it's because they want to have that effect. They want you to think this about yourself. They want you to keep you down. They want you to think that way. Do you get what I'm trying to say? When you hear different stories about before that and the time people got together, it's more uplifting. It will inspire you to live different and to be different. You get what I'm trying to say? That so that's not what they want. I think people just need to really just, because history is important. Yeah. You get me? Like history is important.
Yeah, 100%.
To add to that, in the list of examples, and this is why I was actually laughing. Maggie says, I would add toxic masculinity of black men too. There is definitely a healthy middle ground. And that's why I was laughing, because I think that for the most part, when black men talk about what it is to be a man and to be masculine and to be anti the femininity movement or whatever, that thing, it's a toxic version. It's actually not, it's not the healthy version. Do you get what I mean? So I think toxic masculinity is definitely one of the effects of the things there as well.
Talking about the glorification and championing of certain icons like Future and whatnot.
I wasn't picking them, but definitely. But I feel like no, because even when
pushing of that particular narrative in
because even when Iman was like when we talked about the femininity thing, when I think Black Rob said that, wasn't it? And then you asked Iman, what do you think about that stuff? I feel like sometimes when black men think about what it is to be a masculine, to be a man, it's toxic. It's not a healthy man. Because part of that is, sorry babe, part of that is still not allowing, like, part of that is ignoring things that actually make a black man. Part of that is ignoring that black men actually have mental health. Part of that is ignoring that black men actually have emotions.
Yeah.
Like, a black man should be able to be like, you know what, you did that and that hurt me. It's not weak for you to do that. It's not weak for your mum to die or you lose someone close to you and for you to cry. Like, those stuff that's what makes you human. So I think a lot of times when you talk about what it is to be a man and be masculine and they're feminizing them, sometimes what people are going to is actually a toxic version. That's not the healthy version.
Let me address that before I move on to a question for Mags and Emmanuel about what makes a man. I want you all to think about that because I'm coming to you all, right? Is there evidence throughout history where men did what you said they should be allowed to do to actually qualify you as a man? Is there precedence for what you just said?
For my definition of what would make it a healthy man? No, not for the most part, no.
All right. So why are you convinced that that's what a man is supposed to look like?
Because we're seeing the effects of men not being that. We're seeing black men have the highest suicide rates. Like, black men have the highest suicide rates. Black men's mental health is wild. Like, there's a lot of things that black men deal with, but because you're man, you don't talk about these things, you don't address these things, blah blah. We are seeing the effects of that. Even with the whole having children here, just sowing your seed up and down. A lot of you are running from your demons. So you keep having stupidness and stupid meaningless relationships and all these things. Like, so a lot of the things that we're dealing with today are effects of this generational definition of what it should be, of what a man should be. Black men are tired, like exhausted, just waking up one day and being 40 years old, having a heart attack, and you're dead. Why? Because you must be the breadwinner, you must be the one that's providing, and you're working. Or you grow older, but you're unfulfilled. You're unfulfilled. You don't have no relationship with your children, anything like that, because again, you've been told that what makes you a man is you being able to provide. The only thing that makes you a man is being able to provide. What makes you a man is that, you're rich, is that like wealth and being able to stunt and all that kind of stuff. But then your life is empty. You have no meaningful relationships. You haven't nurtured relationships with the children you've had. You haven't nurtured relationship with your family. Like, your life is empty. Even when it comes to loneliness as well, black men are very lonely. Like the rates of loneliness with black men is wild, because again, you grow older and then you acquire the money, you've done all these things and the things that you're meant to do, and you've been going and sleeping around and doing all these things, but again, that does not feed your soul. So at the end of it, it's all nothing, and then you end up dying lonely and die miserable. So we see the effects of what it is, of how it's been defined that men should be. Sadly, we don't have a majority of where it's like healthy men, but unfortunately, we are living in the effects of that. And even like a lot of the gender wars and stuff, that comes to it as well. Like, yeah.
I forgot I was going to say.
So should we actually let you interrupt at times? Because your memory is no good.
No, I actually forgot what I was going to say, but...
All right, Margs and Emmanuel. I'll go with Margs first so Emmanuel has more time to construct his response. What makes a man?
All men are different. To be a man, you just need to be the male sex of the human species, as far as I'm concerned. You just need genitals and things. Like, science is biology. There's no way to define a man. Even that whole toxic masculinity stuff, that's not got nothing to do with colour and race and stuff like that. To me personally, it's all they're male traits that males have across the board. It's a human thing. Obviously, the black male's experience is different because we're black males, and because our life and our lived experience, the way that black people are seen in society is different kind of thing. So I get that you have to take that into consideration. But all the toxic stuff and them traits and whatever they are, them old school coming, like learned behaviours, traditional stuff, misogyny and chauvinistic stuff and all that kind of things, I don't think that's race specific. It's like, that's just men in it. Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, from all races, there's certain ideas that you associate with manliness, masculinity, and all them kind of things.
Do you think there is a tangible agenda to strip men of their
masculinity?
Yeah, masculinity.
Yeah.
All right. How do you know?
Because they're putting the estrogen in the tuna. Continue.
Just because. If you say that men could be anything, as you, your response, focus. Your response to my question was, just have a willy. That's what you said.
That makes a man.
And now you're saying that there's an agenda to basically change what a man looks like.
But men can be feminine. There's feminine men, there's masculine men. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, so you need, that's a broad question. What's a man? A man is a man. It's biology.
So the agenda, what are you referring to?
To the masculinity. They're making masculinity
Talk to me about that. What does that look like that you can now see?
Well, the normal
distinct narrative being played out.
The fact that they put toxic in front of the word.
So what does masculinity look like to you? To you, not to a man. To you.
Being masculine speaks to strength, no weakness. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
What does no weakness mean?
I'm just saying, it speaks to being strong, speaks to being all that stuff that they don't like. You get me? Dominant, alpha, protector, breadwinner. Man, strong. Go hunt, kill.
I'm gonna come back to you because I feel if this opens up properly, from what Emmanuel says, I think you would kind of add a bit more flavor to it, because right now you're just
surface level.
Yeah. Emmanuel, what makes a man for you?
I mean, besides like Margs was saying,
No. If
XY
you say
chromosome.
if you're saying you're adding on to Margs, what Margs is saying, repeat it for me. What have you plucked from him that
Well,
you would
the
want
first
to continue
part,
from?
the first part.
What is that part?
Which is basically, I think that one of the prerequisites is that you need to have XY chromosomes, right?
Okay.
And in terms of just biology, being in this world. But in terms of society, I feel like a lot of things are based on roles. And I think a man's role is pretty much to take on a particular burden of responsibility. And so that particular thing makes his world and the world around him, i.e. his family, better. That's what I think it is. Like, everyone has a role in a particular community. So I'm kind of simplifying it back in the day where you're just in a community, maybe 4 or 5 families. The man's role is to try and make everything better for us, to enable us to thrive. You know what I'm saying? So that could be in some areas to delegate. It could be in some areas to protect, to provide, whatever it may be. But it's taking on a responsibility in society and using that particular thing, which will be, I guess, linked to the betterment of everybody, and basically just living that out. That's basically how I see it. So that can look like many different things. You know what I'm saying? It could be as simple as just getting a job. It could be as simple as, you know what I'm saying? But being, I guess, committed to that particular role and having in mind, or even if it's not in the forefront of your mind, but just doing something so that, I guess, with your actions, you're making your immediate family or your immediate circle, if you don't have a family, whatever it may be, better. I think it's just about carrying the people forward, carrying us forward. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think there's an agenda to strip men of their masculinity?
I wouldn't say there's a full-blown agenda to strip all men. I think there's an agenda to strip black men.
Talking about that, why are you making that distinction?
Because I don't know the struggles of white men and Asian men and other people. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of our community, I feel like there is. And I think that the motivation behind that would be to create a people that's kind of docile, that doesn't do what they're meant to be doing. And again, this book details all of that. Like, the agenda is to have women in the front and to have black men not being how they are. Like, they had to break black men in front of their women, you know what I'm saying, to create a dependency on society instead of the dependency on the man who should be shouldering that responsibility.
And how do you think that plays out in the modern age, breaking men in front of their women?
Poor relationships, poor relationships, poor dynamics. No.
Are you saying that's being depicted in movies? What are you saying when you say poor relationships?
It's just how we interact. Like, you know, like when it comes to us dating, when it comes to courting, when it comes to marriage, when it comes to raising families. You know what I'm saying?
No.
It's like breaking the man down and still making the woman have to be the breadwinner and the protector of the family.
And then
you know
that
what I'm trying
comes
to
with
say?
disrespect, no?
Like, you see that back in the day, like when there was...
She's gonna forget.
Oh, go on. Sorry.
No, I'm not. But I'm saying, like, you know how, like, if you demasculate, is that even a word? Emasculate. If you emasculate a man in front of a woman, 9 times out of 10, the level of respect is going to diminish.
Does that happen with you?
Not in particular. Yeah,
Give
not
me
in
an
relationship
example
settings,
of-
but I can give like family members, for example.
Give me an
like
example of emasculating a man in front of his woman. Give me an example. Please, if you all can chime in, don't just let Gina bear this particular weight. What is an example of emasculating a man in front of his woman? A modern day example, Emmanuel. Marks. Draw for one.
Police stopping you and your girl in the car, taking you out and badding you up.
Yeah.
Telling you can't do nothing. Not a black men not being able to get jobs and stuff like that. It's easier for women having to provide for the family.
Don't run. It's all valid. Your opinion matters. I want to hear each one of them. So, stopping a man in his car and badding him up in front of his woman, right?
Yeah.
The police doing that. Would that change your opinion of your partner?
I don't think so, but I do. What I will say though
Or if the police
is
was dealing with you a certain way and your man's not,
It depends.
and your man can't.
It depends on. Oh yeah. Like
No, don't just brush over it.
Okay,
I
no,
need
but okay.
specifics.
Hello.
Because this could be legit.
okay, so basically, yeah, I think it depends on how that interaction goes and what I witnessed. Do you get what I mean? So I can't. It can go either way, but I think what Marks did say though is a thing because I remember I've always said like there's always.
Sorry, I lack understanding unless it's
Margs
clear.
has said that if the police are dealing with me a certain type of way,
Yes.
and my man is not protecting me or isn't, do you see what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Don't do that. Don't.
If the police are, I get it. You're really annoying me though.
I'm
But
asking you to clarify, not for her to do it. Right?
No,
You're
but
the one who
but
started
I'm
it.
getting what he's saying.
Give me,
if the police,
tell me what it looks like.
Let's say
I
the
want
police
to ask
are,
Esther
the
and I want to
police
ask
are badding me
you.
up.
In that scenario,
Hello?
how would you feel about your man?
I'm talking. I'm doing it. So the police are badding me
so
up,
dumb.
yeah, and he's sitting next to me like a muumuu, like as in he doesn't have a mouth. Do you understand what I mean? And he's allowing this thing to continue and for it to get disrespected. In that moment. In that moment, I'm going to not feel protected by my partner, which is going to make me feel some type of way, which could in turn not make me respect him, because for me it's like, well, you didn't have my back and you don't have my back and you can't actually look after me and you can't protect me. Do you understand what I mean? So that is a form of how it can.
Thank you. Margs, is that what you just said just now? You didn't. Because she just said, if he is badding her up.
No, he did.
I did say that.
He did. He
Okay.
did. No, he
you
did.
started by saying if the police is badding you up.
No.
but then I also
Then
added
he
that.
said
You
that.
missed
He
it.
I
added
know
it.
what he said after. I'm talking about what you said initially. I told you not to run. I told you not to run. I want to put it to the girls in the room, right? The badding up of the male in front of the woman. That's how I started this. I'm aware that you moved on to something else, but I want to go through it. Do you understand? I'm aware that we have people listening. I don't want to just brush through it. I haven't experienced what you may have experienced. I would like to know.
I don't take bad up.
Educate and inform. 100%. That's why she's smiling at you right now.
Oh, piss off!
He's got me.
What?
Good morning.
Morning, it's Taser, man. What's going on?
How are you?
What's going on?
You just fall
No, I'm
back
locked
from
in, yeah.
enjoying, yeah.
No. You lot are having a great debate, yeah. But what I'm finding is you lot, the conversation is doing. You lot are talking about how society and other authorities essentially break down one another, as in black men and black women. We're not talking about how we do it to each other. You got to be honest. Like you telling me about the policeman stopping me. That's an authority that at the end of the day I could defend you as much as I want. But if he puts me in cuffs, now what are we doing? So I don't want to. We shouldn't really focus on that. We should focus on how we do it to each other. So the whole toxic masculinity thing. Huh?
No, I hear you, and I did say when you're talking about the modern day stuff of it, I'm saying I don't really think about those things that are implemented in place. It's more the damage is already done. We're doing it ourselves. You know what I'm trying to say? That it's self-sufficient.
Yeah.
You get me? But again, it's all the things that that Iman read out in the story. It's all the discourse online. It's all the old man hating on the young man, hating the younger generations. The way back in my day, it's colorism. Shut your light ass up. No one don't care about the problems. It's my child's got good hair. Oh, your head's nappy head. No one don't want to wear their natural hair. It's all the same. It's all the same shit.
I feel like we're living I feel like the root of all these things are the systems that are in place, and currently we are living we are doing it to ourselves. Like we're living in the effects of that. If that makes sense. So it's all the things that it's everything.
Like we need to do a better job of championing each other within our differences. You get me? And like the segregation within the world is taking place, but we shouldn't want to segregate each other within our own culture and having different cliques and different groups and obviously we always say we know we're not a monolith and we are different and stuff like that, but we even within our differences people need to understand that we are exactly the same in a certain sense. Do you get what I mean? I think we just need to do a better job of overly doing it, going our way to be overly inclusive but I mean within our own though. I don't mean like outwardly on an assimilation take. I just mean like within ourselves, like stop trying to segregate and see the beauty in things that people have told us is not nice. Why are we listening to these people that set all these European beauty standards and whatnot? People need to see the beauty within ourselves. It's about self-love. You get me?
Can we also see beauty in collaboration, please? Because for some reason, because I listen to my lovely women around me, my friends, men call me pandering. I don't understand it. You got Black Rob in the comments telling me I'm a gal and panderer.
Yeah, they call me a simp because I'm a feminist.
What? Because I listen to women.
You are not a feminist.
Do you know what?
I think that's
feminist.
mad.
I'm not gonna lie. Marx is feminist.
Are you?
Yes.
Yeah,
He
Marx,
is. That's one
come
of
on,
the first things I
man.
learned about this book.
Me and Marx listen to women, you know.
But that's what. But,
No, but I
what I
was
said.
gonna-
That's what. Sorry. That's what we're talking about, Taser. Though, like even people saying like you're pandering, blah blah blah. That's all part of the problem because again, the way masculinity is defined in society, it's not having common sense. Like it's not even. Let me not call it common sense. It's not being understanding to things that women deal with, and that's wild. That's why I say, like, even when it comes to defining masculinity, that needs to be redefined because a lot of the things people define as masculinity is actually toxic. Because how are you calling someone who's got female friends, like, he's pandering or he's a simp or he's low-key crushing and then waiting for an opening? No,
You know, that's
sometimes people
wild,
just
'cause
have
that wasn't-
friends.
That
you
wasn't even a
weirdo.
response to anything he said. He just came
No,
on the
he
phone.
just came on-
and
yeah,
man said,
exactly.
"Yeah, it's Taser, the Gatlin Panderer."
Exactly.
Like that's brazy.
That's wild.
That's already
But
started. That's already
they've been
causing division
Just look at-
right there.
Yeah, but can I be honest? But
They've
do you
been
not
saying
also
it.
think sometimes that comes from a place of like jealousy though? Like, because realistically,
Uh,
the only reason why... No, think about it. Because, if you are a guy that is... Like, okay, let's say, for example, you, the man them love you, like you're a killie, and then you've got the girls who, like, are all up in your DMs and all in your pants. So for a guy, if you're a guy who, like, is intimidated by that, you're not going to appreciate it. You're just going to come down on him and make him feel some type of way because secretly, realistically, you wish you had that privilege. It's a privilege.
You're on levels.
No, but 100% it is.
I heard that.
Because do you get what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's like you want to be
Because
in
people,
you want to be
people
in
love
the
trying
girl.
to bring me down, you
apologised.
know. Like,
Pardon?
that's their biggest
He's
thing. People
apologised.
love trying to knock me down, and the fact that it doesn't
Yo.
work, it doesn't help. They pile on even more.
Black
Taser,
Rob
what you saying?
apologized. It's fine. Black Rob apologized. He said he was joking. Sorry, Jerry.
Do you know what's so mad? Do you know what's so mad? Yeah, this is part of the problem.
Though.
Black
That's a
Rob
joke.
never apologized to me, that piece of shit. Never apologized to me. Taser called him out
Bro.
one time. All of a sudden,
true, you know.
I'm so sorry, Taser. Yeah, that ass. Can you imagine? This is part of the
Don't get me
problem.
no trouble, you know.
The gender division.
Don't get me no trouble, you know.
It's too late, Taser. We're here already. You should have never read out his apology. That's a mess, man.
No, but I think, and I was even gonna say, even on the like when black men love their women, it's like, do you get what I mean? It's like, oh, he's a simp.
He's a
I'm like,
simp.
I'm
Oh,
thinking,
he's always
like,
with his girl.
Why is it a problem to love or like
Big up
to
all the
like
lover
your
boys,
partner
man.
or like to be a lover boy or whatever? Like,
It's
I
wild.
don't understand why that's such a bad thing. Like, isn't that
It's very
secretly
wild.
what everybody wants?
Because that's why people keep making fun of Russell
Wilson.
Wilson. The man just loves
His
his
wife.
family, you know.
Literally.
And like, oh, he's a simp, he's weak, he's that. For loving somebody that I chose to be with. Down bad. Down
I think
bad.
we also got to look at the results of this. Yeah, as much as there's like causing division amongst those people, different age groups, the light skin and dark skin. Often in a lot of these situations, you're going to get a favorite. So the slave master will have a favorite. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I think that person loves to keep their position as a favorite. And I think that sort of thing still is happening amongst us. Where you get the lack of, like Taser's saying, lack of collaboration. Because that person wants to be the only black person that's thriving.
That's why when they usually have one black person that they're pushing in, like say, like
Exactly.
in entertainment and stuff like that in media. They usually have one black person that they're pushing to
Their
the front,
favourite.
and that's their favorite,
Yeah.
and that's the choice. And then obviously, like what you're saying, they want to remain favorite.
Yep.
They don't want to bring bare people in and stuff like that. But obviously, it's not. They're actually aware of the situation that they're living in as well.
Of course.
Like, you know what I'm trying to say? It's
Someone tell you
like,
they're trying to get in and they'll make changes from inside. No, you won't. No, you won't. Stop being silly.
You'll forget once
You
get in
forget.
the
Of
door.
course
'cause
you forget.
It's easy to say there's enough room for all of us, but it's like,
But secretly there isn't.
no,
though,
there
that's the
ain't. You
problem.
know what I'm trying to say? And they don't allow all of us in, and they've let me in, and so this is my time.
Exactly.
Let me
like,
people enjoy things.
Let me have my moment.
You know what I'm trying to say? Let me have my moment.
Let me
brother.
cook.
Like, bring you, not
It's
bringing me,
wild,
not bring me,
man.
bringing you. You want me to bring my replacement early? Like, they're gonna when they're ready, they're gonna kick me out anyway. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I need to ride this for as long as possible. Like, I hear it, but again, you gotta do something to buck the system, innit? You gotta do something to create a change. But
Sorry, Black Rob
This
said.
is why
Taser, you took the words right out of my mouth. So this is why TMP exists, man.
I say this is why TMB makes
Amen.
sense. Yeah, it makes sense.
Right.
Amen to that. Amen to that.
Really?
That's so dumb, yeah. No, sorry. Black Rob said, Esther, stop cussing men for a week and I'll apologize. If you think I'm cussing men, you can keep that apology and shove it up wherever you want to. If you think what I'm doing is cussing men, oh, baby, you can keep that. I don't need an apology. I just block your ass.
That's another thing as well. Before I go, yeah, can I just say this? I'm gonna drive into a park where there's traffic, yeah.
Okay.
When black women are telling black men or forcing us to be accountable, all of a sudden you're cussing us.
Oh,
it's not always a cuss,
where's the
bro.
horn? Don't make me get up and do it myself. Thank you very much.
It's not always a cuss, man.
I think it's wild.
Like sometimes some of us are keeping up with foolishness and we need someone to talk to us. What's the problem?
Wow.
Accountability, though, innit?
Word. Because you know, even I said something earlier.
Women hate taking accountability, though. They love using the word and throwing it out there.
No,
and
I don't
weaponising
think
it.
all
But
women
they don't
do
like
though,
taking
man.
it.
And you think men do? Because when I said something earlier, I can't remember what it was I said earlier, but it was in relation to what we're talking about, something like that. And then Crucial J's response was more, it was when I was talking about mental health and men's mental health, and we're like, they're basically saying I was plucking out the stats from wherever I was plucking them from. But are black men depressed? Are black men suicidal? Are they doing all these? Is all these things happening? Absolutely. And he was like, he basically had a rebuttal of, why women always talking about black men and like you should let black men deal with this stuff. But again, that's the thing. We're having a conversation about both men and women, and I've said something that is important. Essentially, championing why black men should like care about their mental health is positive. Wife, I was saying, but your response to that was to say something like was to be combative about it. That's all part of the problem. I literally was looking at it like, oh, that's case in point. Literally case in point. I don't think that if someone's mentioning something, it automatically means that they're against. I only date black men. I love me a black man, honey. But anyway, all the best all parties involved. Everyone get a therapist.
Thank you very much, Taser, for calling in.
Thanks, Taser. Oh, Taser's gone. He didn't say
Love,
bye.
love you all.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, I think I can leave the rest
Let me
for another time.
just let Gina finish a point, please.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. She
No,
was
damn
saying
well
that.
she don't remember that.
No, I'm not gonna lie.
That's fine.
No, she looked up so slow. Like,
No, I thought, what? Wait,
I was frozen in that particular time, so
so do you remember what I said then?
I can remember. Yeah.
What was it?
So basically, you
Oh,
said
okay.
that if it is that the police officer was
Oh, we're
batting
going
you
back
up,
there.
yes,
Okay.
where you'll look to move away from. What I wanted to know is modern day examples of how the black man is broken down in front of the black woman, right? I wanted modern day examples. And Mark said that if a policeman stops you and he bats him up, that's an example, right? And then you moved on to saying, yeah, if I was in the car and he was batting me up and my man didn't do anything, I would feel a way about him, right? You would look at him differently, right? And then I said to him, that was an example that he used. He went on to that, but the first thing he said was, if the policeman was batting him up. So if that's the case, how would you feel if the policeman's batting him up? Would it make you look at him like lesser of a black man?
No, because when it comes to the authorities, it's like it's beyond his control, innit? Do you get what I mean? And if he moves, it's one of those situations where it can only escalate, and the escalation is going to be worse. It's not going to be positive. So there's no need for ego in that moment, because ego isn't going to make the situation better. So I would rather you not move like an idiot. And I think I'd be even more annoyed if you moved mad and made the situation worse. Do you get what I mean?
Thank you. Esther, how about you? If your man was being battered up by a police officer in your midst, would that make you think less of him?
no.
All right.
I would want, so like Gina said, I don't want ego to come into the chat, because that could be very deadly. And then what happens now?
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know. That wouldn't make me think less of it.
It's not
because it's
think
about the
less, but
system. It's not about him.
It still has the same effects. And you raise little young black boys, and you're going to teach them to yes sir, no sir, free bags, full sir.
But it
don't
should though
deal
when
with
it
these
comes to
white
the
people.
police though.
Not of the way they just try and deal with man. Not with these men are men. These are humans. Just because they put that badge on that suit and don't make them any different from people. And some of the way that they try and talk to man and deal with man and disrespect people is crazy. Some of these guys are boys, just came out of college, uni, 21, trying to talk to a big man like they ain't nothing, that ain't done nothing wrong, and you shouldn't have to accept it.
No, but there's other ways for you to deal with this situation at hand than you just like what is before. Let me not jump and assume what I think you're saying. How do you think he should handle that? To not be a yes man or yes sir and yes whatever. How is he dealing with that situation?
I mean, I don't know, because every situation is different. I don't know what these people are doing, but I mean, I ain't taking nothing from these idiots. If they want to, whatever they want to do, and obviously, you as the black women, you don't want to protect man, get fined. You wouldn't even want it to go down that
But
road. But whatever they're gonna do, they can do. I don't give a shit whether they want to arrest me or whether they want to thing. There's certain things I'm not taking from no one. I don't give a shit what they do.
But then, in the eyes of the law, would they see that as you resisting arrest?
They can say whatever they want.
No, but I'm trying to understand what you're saying so that I can let you know what it is that I mean. Because what I'm saying, you handling a situation in what I see as a sensible manner doesn't make you a bitch, doesn't make you a pussy, doesn't make you weak. It doesn't do any of that. What it is that you understand the powers at play, and you understand that in this situation here, you are going to carry last regardless of whatever happens. But there's other ways for us to deal with this moving forward than you like hitting them, like matching the energy right here, right now, and then you have no leg to stand on. There's other ways for us to deal with this where it is that you can have a leg to stand on. Then if you're combative with the way he is, and then they're trying to arrest you, whatever it is, you're fighting back, they're pinning you. Now it's a fight or whatever it is. Now you point to police or whatever. That opens way more like problems than if it's like we comply right now, and then we'll deal with this. We'll find other ways to deal with it. File reports or do it. Do you know what I mean? We'll do whatever we can do. For me, I don't want to have to watch my man be doing all of that stuff, because that stuff is that's a lot. That's a lot to have to see.
And why I ask for context is off the back of what you've perceived the black woman would now think of you, you've acted in a particular way. But they're telling you that's not even what we want.
It's not even about what they think of me. I couldn't care less what people think of me. It's about my own self and what I want for myself.
100%. But the question I asked you was, give me modern day examples of how it is that they are breaking down the black man in front of the black woman.
And it's still breaking down the family. And that's what I'm trying to say. It is. It's not about whether she's going to look at me as any disrespect or whatever. It's still implementing that control. It's still the same Willie Lynch stuff that when you're going to raise your black sons, you're going to make them have to move in a certain way rather than was not fighting against the powers. You just leading into it. You know what I'm trying to say? That's just going to more take advantage of their powers and just be able to make the man them just all docile and let these people just do what they want.
Sorry. This is why I really ask for specificity. How, which is the question that she asked, how is a man supposed to act in that scenario that you don't want the black woman to now raise your son to be opposite?
It's just about being a man. You just need to be about.
Don't keep saying that. I've asked you to define.
I need to be talked to with respect and dealt with properly, regardless of who it is. And I don't care what your job title is or what color your skin is or whatever. I need to be dealt with respect and spoke to properly. You get me? Like I am a human being with the decency that I deserve. You can't just talk to me and deal with me how you want. Like no, you can't. Not just because you're a police officer or because you're some white man. No,
I agree. I agree.
Like, no, you can't.
I agree.
You get me? And then that's what I'm trying to say. So because of just standing up for yourself, just for basic decency, ask you to talk to me properly and deal with me properly is going to be met with force. And then you're going to string me up or you're going to arrest me or whatever, saying I ain't got a leg to stand on. So I'm just supposed to allow it. No,
I agree. So when you say not allowing it, you're talking about fighting back.
That might not be physically, it could be just standing up for yourself. But that's what I say, yeah.
All right, and that's it. Just basically stand up for yourself, meaning if they're rude to you, you'd be rude back?
Whatever it looks like. However, I'll stand up for myself though, however it looks.
And if it's physical, then you...
Yeah, whatever.
And then basically you would want your son to do the same?
Yeah, I want him to, yeah.
The same?
Yeah, don't take no bad up from these people.
100%. If I think you remember, I don't know if it's primary school or secondary school, where, I'm not sure if you remember too, Emmanuel, there was this type of messaging given to black boys, try to be as inconspicuous and try to, lessen the space in which it is that you occupy when it is approached by a policeman. So you don't give him a reason to do this, that, and next. You remember that period? Yeah. Would you educate your son or tell your son do that?
No, tell him fuck these pigs.
You what?
I'll tell him fuck these pigs.
Cool. You wouldn't be the type of person to tell your son to, when it is you're seeing police, take your hood down or walk a particular way, don't look suspicious. You wouldn't tell your son that, right? You wouldn't tell your son that, right?
Be yourself, man. Live free, man. Fuck these people, man.
Would you tell your son that?
I think I would tell my son the lay of the land. I would tell him that they're just looking for a reason. Yeah. So at any point in time, don't look to give them. So that when it is that you
small up yourself, son.
When it is that you know,
yourself. Don't be black. Don't be yourself. Just shut up. Be quiet. Don't speak when you're spoken to. Keep your head down.
So let me interrupt you. That's not fair.
That's fine. This is why I wanted this dialogue, because you see where he moves to. Yeah. Like there isn't any other.
There's no middle.
Do you understand?
It's one extreme or the other.
Yeah.
And I feel like I think that's That's part of the problem because again, I feel like the conversation. Sorry, babes, the conversation.
No, you don't
no,
see that.
I'm gonna remember. Gina's gonna remember.
No, I'm gonna
Gina
remember.
goes-
Hey, hold on. Don't let this be the narrative. Don't let this be the narrative. No, because you lot now are making this a thing. Allow it. Yeah, I had one moment. One moment.
Go on,
Anyways,
sis.
am I allowed to go now? Okay, so basically, thank you. No, what I was gonna say is, but are we also forgetting that Margs is speaking from a different place to all of us, though, and also speaking from
So I
a place of
wanted
a
complete
different
context.
His
Absolutely.
lifestyle's completely different. His experiences are so different to ours. So, as much as we're saying there's no middle ground, I'm pretty sure you've never been arrested.
No.
You've never had like regular encounters with the police the way he has, right? So I think we should also take that into consideration when he's
120%. And this is
talking.
what I was telling Enoch. I need him to talk. And I need for him to say everything so that people would realize Margs is one guy and this is his experience. It doesn't mean what he's saying needs to be applied to every single guy out there.
Yeah.
The same with him saying, yep, what does a man look like? I then expanded on it and said, what does it look like for you? Do you understand? So it's clear what does it look like for you? Because when we have these discussions, not enough nuance is actually passed, as in sifted through. It's always blanket statements, blah, 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 blah. And that's where the whole... Because you're hearing people listening and thinking, no, no, no. Just like when you were making a point, this guy would say, nah, you don't be speaking for me. That's what normally happens. And this is why I have a selection of different opinions in this room.
Yeah, and that's fine. But obviously, whatever my lived experiences with police, it doesn't matter. There's men who don't live my life who walk down the street with their hoodie on and get treated like they're me, who don't live that thing because of the colour of their skin. And the clothes that they're wearing and stuff like that. So yes, it is specific to me, but it's not. It's to all black people. It's how they treat all of us.
I am aware. And then there is the interaction with the communication once you have been stopped, right? Because they're stopping you because they have a particular mold. Oh, you look like that person who did that particular thing, so I'm going to stop this particular person because it could still be you, right? And then there's bear in mind, I'm not saying that we can't look at the instances, the plethora of instances where the systemic racism has them moving abusive right from the jump. I'm not saying that. I'm aware of that, right? But in this particular exchange, in this room, I've specifically asked for modern day examples of how the black man is lessened in front of his woman so that it leads to this annex. And
Yeah,
you
like
started with that.
Terrence Howard in Crash. They know.
Cool. You started with that. Name another example, please, just before we move on. One more example. We've heard the police one. Name another example. How about you, Manuel? He's named the police example. Give me an example of how the black man is emasculated in front of his woman.
It depends though, because obviously you can't have to be together all the time, innit? So like, oh no. Yeah, because it has to be in front of her, innit?
Yes, that's the example.
That's what I'm
the
saying.
Initially, you said, yes, you can see an agenda, right? You
Yeah.
said, yes, you can see it. I would like examples in the modern day as to what that looks like.
Yeah, but
Well,
the
black women
agenda-
out earning black men.
Speak on that, please.
Because obviously, like I was saying, it's like you're saying, you have to go back behind your woman, and obviously, the men want to be the provider and want to be the breadwinner, but they can't. You get what I'm trying to say?
So
The
you are
women are.
saying that they are deliberately making it so that black women out-earn black men.
Yes.
Can you-
Because they speak
girls-
to them being.
Okay,
Speak
talk
to
to
them
me,
being,
please.
Speak to them being independent. Like what you're saying, they need to be independent and self-sufficient and not need no man for nothing.
No, but do you know what?
And that's the mindset of most women nowadays. They don't need no man for nothing because they're good. Black
Yes.
men are struggling to
But-
be employed. Like I'm saying, they're being out-earned in the same field and stuff like that. Yes, there's bare modern day examples of these things.
Wait. What? I wish Daniel would call in. Are you saying that there are bare instances of black women getting paid better than black men in the same field?
I don't know.
No, is that what you said?
Maybe.
But you know why I don't think that's the case though?
Crap, I shouldn't
Because
have said that,
the pay
Is that why you-
the pay gap, the gender pay gap actually exists. Like it's a real thing, right? but the reason why I'm going to push back on what you said a little bit though, yeah, is women have become a lot more self-sufficient because I feel like women are hungry. The hunger is there within them. There's a lot of women that I know, girls that I know, who have 9-to-5s and all have side hustles, and they're making mad bread in the beauty industry. Do you understand what I mean? That's not because a man isn't getting a job. Sis has a 9-to-5, but has decided, okay, on the side, I'm going to do hair, I'm going to do eyelashes, I'm going to do nails,
It's an
I'm going to do
ambition.
facials. It's an
Yeah.
ambition.
Yeah.
That's got nothing to do with you not getting a job at work. And do you get what I mean? So I don't think that's the reason why.
But it's exacerbated when that same woman wants to find a partner. You know what I'm saying? And maybe the partners that are at that level, that should be, I don't know, that should be her husband, right? Are not there. You know what I'm saying? So it's not necessarily that you have to be in the same field, they have to be doing the same thing, I have to know you beforehand. But when it comes to that time, it's like, cool, I've done all this, I've set myself up well, I'm now looking to settle down. And I look around and I don't see many people, many options. That's when the reality comes. And often it's too late because we're all older, we're all now thinking, crap, we have to scramble, you know what I'm saying? But if we recognize this earlier, maybe as a community, we could put certain things in place to better those chances for different people in different roles.
It's crazy.
You know
I feel like it all like is just like a cycle. Like there's
100%.
so many like different layers to it. There's so many because women don't get paid more in the workplace. That's
not in the same field, yeah.
No, that's such a myth.
But then you have to look at the productivity of, I guess, men and women at the same age, regardless of what field they go into.
Yeah, but then even like with women like being more independent, like working and like what you were saying about, you know, I don't feel like I need a man. If you haven't got the man around, what am I supposed to do? I'm gonna have to step up.
Yeah.
So a lot of women end up stepping up, and unfortunately, what it does, because I do think like even like exactly, unfortunately, what it does is that it creates like unhealthy habits. I feel like there's a lot of unhealthy habits in the black community. So that's why like even when you then have a man who wants to take care of you or like not necessarily take over what you're doing, there's just this thing of I've been disappointed so many times, I'm not going to let that be the case. Then you have another man who comes in and we work in different fields, so we get paid differently, but he feels emasculated because I earn more.
Yeah.
But what? That's got nothing to do with you. And then you're doing what you're doing, you're pulling your weight, you're still successful, or you're fine. Before I came along, before you knew what I was earning, you were living happily. But because now you know I earn more than you. Now we've got that unhealthy habit of like insecurities. So I feel like a lot of it is like, it's intertwined, and I don't
in my
think
community, black women, it's much easier for black women to find employment than black men.
it's easier, yes.
Like
No.
more women are employed.
But that's what you said before, though. It is 100%
No, so I
easier
said
for
at
black
earning.
women. No, but that's what I'm saying, though. It's easier for black women to find employment, yes, because of the stereotypes with black men, angry black man, whatever. Yes, I would agree with that. However, though, when it comes to what black women get paid, no. If a black man is in somewhere and a black woman's there and they're doing the same role, chances are the black man's getting paid more than her. Even in Gina's space, I'm sure there's a pay disparity. So yes, it's easier for black women to get certain employment. Absolutely, I can't dispute that. Yeah. Absolutely, you see that when we were younger and trying to get like weekend jobs and stuff like that, the guys would really, really be like Foot Locker, JD and stuff like that. But when it comes to the girls, you're seeing them in Next or whatever, or Topshop or whatever. If you see a certain kind of black guy there, it's a certain kind of aesthetic of a black guy. Do you get me? So absolutely, I can't dispute that. But when it comes to the pay, nope.
Yeah, exactly. But if you're in the exact same field, innit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
So I feel like, and that's why I feel like the whole thing, like, I can't like, it's very, very complicated. It's very, very messy. I don't think it's as easy as let's just all band together. Because even in banding together, like we've had examples today where someone says something, because you don't want to believe that, or for whatever many reasons there might be, you're combative with what's been said. But what's been said is a reality. Do you know?
Oh. No, but I don't like this, man. This is sad.
No,
but
it's nice though.
Do you know what though? I think also on this employment thing though, Chizzo put out a post that's annoying me because I didn't save it, but it was like, he basically said how he feels like a lot of guys, and I guess he's going to talk from a black man's perspective. But do you see when he said, a lot of men are not on making money because of ego. So they won't do jobs. So like they won't do certain jobs because they feel like it's below or beneath them, right? Yeah. Whereas, but you're struggling. So rather than like put your ego to the side and graft a bit extra harder, because remember, it's only meant to be temporary anyway. Yeah. Because of your ego, and because you have to keep up appearances, you won't do it. So he was talking about himself, and he was like, last year he was doing Uber, and bare people were like, why are you driving Uber for? And he's like, I'm grinding.
Oh, I saw that post.
Do you see what I mean? So he's like, but a lot of people will look down on somebody driving an Uber, but he's like, I've got a successful business. Like, there's other things that I'm doing. Exactly. This is added to my list of what I'm doing. But because of your ego, you will look down on somebody like me and think that, I must be down bad because I'm doing Uber.
Can I add to that? Because when you were talking, what did we say? You said something about when we were giving examples about how it is that they can, like, the police badding you up in front of your girl, blah blah. Someone said something. Someone said, I don't know who it was, but someone said something in the chat like, yeah, imagine like your boss telling you, how many times have I told you to submit that? Like that can't run. But again, it comes down to ego, because if you're at work and you have not done what you're meant to do, bro, Should do what you're meant to do. Do you get me? And unfortunately, and these are the unhealthy habits that I'm speaking of. And then like it just spirals because then you got people that are like, oh, I want to be it. I'm gonna start my own stuff. You have no qualifications. You don't know how the hell to run a business. You don't even know what tax code you're in. But all of a sudden now you want to run your own business because you don't want to. I don't want to be working for no man. I don't want to be saying yes boss to anybody. I'm my own boss. No, you're not. No, you're not. Because 10 businesses in, not one is taken off. No, you're not, sir. So, Jamie, so it's a lot of unhealthy habits, unfortunately, within our community, and that's with men and women. Because I know some of you are shaking in your thumb right at the moment. Men and women.
100%. But
sad.
Last thing, I guess, is we have to look at the incentive to not having the man in the house.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big one as well, because otherwise, both men and women, I think, will be more responsible with some of their decision making if there was no safety net. You know what I'm saying? But when you've got a government that allows you to claim on every child that you have, if the man is not there, you know what I'm saying, then I guess the ramification of my actions isn't as bad. You know what I'm saying? And that is definitely something that I think affects our community. Hence, well, I don't think it's the only thing, but it's definitely one of the things that contributes to those high numbers. You know what I mean? But
it's sad, man. I hope we can figure it out. We've got a comment from Maggie. She says, I think because black women pursue more education than black men, that's why they're moving forward in the corporate workplace. But there is definitely a lack of uptake of trade jobs by men in general where there's shortages. Listen, them tradesmen are making bang.
Let me talk
Did you see the
quickly
tweet?
about the guy in the
And
Porsche. I was just about to talk about that. Yeah.
This guy went to do a job here, like
He was a painter,
some kind of painting job,
decorator.
and he went there with a Porsche. People were like, oh, he's so nice. I said, you don't know how much these guys are making. They make money. But that's the thing. Again, some certain jobs, people feel like they're not good enough.
It's all aesthetics.
it's because many of us are not educated.
It's literally based on aesthetics, realistically, right?
Question, babes.
Hello.
I'll be
If a
your
man says he's a paint and decorator,
Mm-hmm.
is it ick?
No, because you know what the crazy thing is? Let me tell you why, yeah? No, let me tell you why. Why would it be an ick? No, but let me tell you why. You know what? imagine having your partner be a carpenter. Or a painting decorator, or
do you know
a
we
plumber.
building houses?
Wait.
We building houses, baby.
Wait a minute. If a man tells you
Yes.
he's a plumber,
Yes.
not an ick for you, right?
No.
Not an ick for you, right?
No,
If a man says he's a handyman, not an ick for you, right?
no.
Not an ick for you.
No. Because you know what it is? You're working. The average people that work so much. He could be doing anything. He could be doing anything.
And I'm thinking
not
about
ick.
I'm thinking about my future and our household.
Okay, Gina.
Do
We
you
about to
understand
start
what
a
I mean?
business.
A painter and decorator.
Yes. What other jobs are there? Like,
Do you believe
a
them,
handyman,
So yeah,
Do you believe them?
I believe them.
a mechanic. So you think
the,
about cars?
the reason why though, Brent, is
This
because
is cool.
yeah, I believe you. Lot.
When would that become an ick?
A painter and decorator?
Why? What's wrong with that?
Why do you think that would give us the ick? Actually, let's ask that.
Because you know, with a lot of
Sorry,
them,
caller,
there's a
one
lot
second,
more
babe.
things that you can do,
I'm
right?
definitely projecting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
and
why do you think that
like
would
with
be an ick?
anything, there's levels. So where's that successful?
The fact that you said that online, when a man pulled up in his Porsche and said he was on his way to such and such, it was a big thing.
Yeah.
Speaks to the question I'm asking right
No,
now.
They were
but
saying they
that's
didn't
it.
know
Well,
how.
that's
They
what I'm
were saying
saying.
they
So
were
I'm
under
not
the-
why it sounds like I'm speaking German.
No, they were
here.
saying they didn't even know he can afford that. Basically,
No, we get it, but obviously what we're saying is there's levels. You can be a painter and you can be a painter, decorator, or whatever. Have your own business, have people working underneath you. I don't understand what the big deal is.
Oh, you mean he can have? He owns the business.
Yes.
That's when. So when I asked the question, that's
Okay.
where your mind went.
No, but he doesn't need to own a business for me.
Okay,
You can be an
for me, I'm not. If you're
Thank
an
you.
entry level, as in. But when I think entry level, I'm thinking you've just come out of school. Do you know what I mean? Like
apprentice
them
as well.
apprentice. No, that's not what I'm
But it's
on.
the same if he worked in an office and all he was doing was handing out teas and doing photocopying. They would feel the same way. It's all entry. Anything entry level is not what people desire anyway.
100%.
You get
So
what
I
I
don't
mean?
want an entry level person. Of course not. But that's not to knock your hustle either.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Good morning, Christy.
Morning.
Yoe.
Hi.
Holding back.
Um,
I've been seeing you, girl. What's on your mind?
No, just to go back a bit, not a bit, but just about there was comments that certain black men are not employable, I guess. They're more employable than black women. And I feel like that's a case by case or field by field basis, because in my field specifically, I tend to see what I've experienced over, I'm showing my age, a long time in the industry. A long time in the industry, I've seen that black men have found it. Black women have a more problem than black men, whereas I feel like they can assimilate more than black women. In my field specifically, I feel like they can find the camaraderie with white men just over football, and then they're in.
Okay.
Whereas black women, it's not like that. For us more time than not, it's the white men at the top. There's also white women. White men are slightly under. There'll be issue. They're trying to get to the top as well. But in terms of a camaraderie, they would find more camaraderie with a black man than a black woman. Like black woman, we have to like do the whole playing of the game of. We got to do the socials. We got to proper have to make effort to socialize. And then when you don't do that, i.e., me, they will label you the anti person of the office.
Do you know what?
And then there's no looking. There's no looking at all.
Yeah, like I 100% agree with you. But I think what that comes down to as well is that even though there's going to be disparities here and there, at the end of the day, society still favors men. Do you get what I mean? So in situations like that, men will be, obviously not all situations, so everyone, these disclaimers I have to keep doing this, honestly. It just kills everything. But anyways, in some situations, for the most part, society still favors men. So it goes white man, white woman, black man, then black woman. Obviously, I haven't involved all the races. They can be filled in there. But wherever it is, in certain places, gender takes precedent over race.
I think they're scared of black men. I think they'd rather accept black women than black men.
It depends.
No, not in my field.
No. Yeah, in society. I don't think they're going to put this. I think it's black women.
In the corporate space, black men are more, black men can maneuver, I think, quicker than black women.
They maneuver very well in the corporate space.
Different workspaces, obviously different fields of different things, but in society, they're more accepting of black women than black men, innit? They see black men as a threat.
In society, yeah. Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah, 100%.
I guess as a whole in society, in certain aspects, but in terms of the work in the workforce, I mean, this is going to sound like a dig, but like I said, the black men will assimilate, and hence why it lends itself to their dating preferences. I'll just put that out there.
Oh, Christy, you just always bring back, don't you?
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. There's nothing we can talk about. We can talk about cereal.
No, I'm just saying.
This is saying, dating white women.
I'm just saying. They tend to ingratiate themselves more. That's what I tend to find. That's what with us now. We'll be questioning about their hair. We'll be questioning about, and it's just not from white men. It's from from white women as well.
Yeah,
we get it from both. So like, where like they will where like the so-called white feminists like to pipe up. They won't pipe up in certain in circumstances where it's a black woman. They will sit by their man, my man. They will do that.
Stand by him
happily. They will stand by him. Unfortunately, we don't do that in our community, so that also lends an issue. But that's another topic for another day. But yeah, I feel like that's what tends to happen. So I don't feel like. I feel like the black men saying that. I feel like certain times it can be. I feel like it's excuses because they can 100% get to a position. They can. And obviously, again, with women, they take into effect the whole maternity and all that kind of stuff. That gets factored in with us, where it doesn't need to get factored in with men. So that actually helps. It actually helps the men more than it helps us.
True. I can't argue with that, boy.
Thank you very much, Christy.
Right. Thank you, girl.
As per usual, insightful.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Thank you.
Love you.
Oh, she said love you.
Oh, you blushing. Cute.
Cool. She never said that.
All right. Well, we're gonna have to.
All right, yeah, let's wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
Headlines.
Headlines, yes.
That's what it
Headlines. Yes.
Schools are reopening in Kenya after the start of term was postponed.
That boy is so dumb. You know, we were having serious conversation. He's just so silly. He was like, I'm sorry. He was like, some of you are still fine to eat Eforiro at your work table.
What's Eforiro?
You know when we went to NH and you had a pound of jam?
Yes.
With the spinach?
Swallow.
Yeah.
Ew.
Why? Because it's swallow.
Yes.
Have you seen a TT Jakes when he said it?
Oh yeah.
That's the worst thing you people have shown me, you know.
And he's in the
black
purple
man.
robe.
They're trying to keep that black man down.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, but that is something we should talk about though.
What,
Because
no,
like maybe a few weeks ago, I was struggling. Should I take in my pound of yam and negusi?
They would have kicked you out.
That's what I'm saying. I was thinking because the only way I know to eat is with my hands.
Yeah, but you know. Okay. Fair. I don't do that. I mean, Brent thought was wild because I didn't do that. To be fair, love Brent, very cultured, but I get £65 manicures. I'm not doing that. But that's the thing, though. It's a tricky conversation because I wouldn't want to hear I just want to hear the child. I don't want to hear, what's that? What's that smell? Oh my gosh, it stinks to be in here. I'm not trying to hear any of that shit because HR will be called. Oh dear, what a mess.
Guys. All right, so schools are reopening in Kenya after the start of term was postponed because of severe flooding. Police and transport officials have been deployed to ensure students get to class safely. More than 1,600 schools across the country may not reopen yet due to the floods, is what the authority said. Muslim leaders have expressed concern over the safety of learners and asked for a close monitoring of the situation. They're calling on drivers to be vigilant on roads that have been left in a bad state, and several schools have been damaged by the floods, which have killed more than 250 people across Kenya. Schools had been due to reopen on the 29th of April before the new term was pushed back. And our last headline, trigger warning on this, and Rwanda's government has denied accusations that it armed a rebel group alleged to have carried out a grenade attack that wounded dozens in Burundi's economic hub. This happened last Friday. At least 38 people were injured in the attack. These terrorists were recruited, trained, and even equipped with weapons in Rwanda and by Rwanda. This is what Burundi's Interior Ministry said. Rwanda's government dismissed the allegations on Sunday, saying that Rwanda has absolutely no connection with the attack and had no reason to be involved in it. The person who put out the statement also said that we call on Burundi to serve its own internal problems and not associate Rwanda with such despicable matters. Red Tabara, which is the group accused of executing the grenade attack, has also denied responsibility, saying it does not attack innocent civilians. And that's it for our headlines. Time to pay the bills.
Let me quickly just run through the results of the polls. The first one was about Kendrick and Drake. The question was, who won the rap beef? Final say. 64% say Kendrick clear winner, it's done. 16% say K.O won war, but battle not over. 11% say J. Cole and his bike are true winners. And 7% say Drake won, but you lot are just haters. Next one was for the topic of the day. The question was the legacy of the Willie Lynch letter still relevant in 2024. 62% say relevant, influences, oppression. 26% say elements, but society has changed. 7% say other, comment in the chat. And 4% say it's the past, we need to move on. Ooh.
Yikes.
All right.
We got some
so we get into reaction now?
We got some
Let's do it.
We got some Kimmies in the chat.
You're right.
Probably.
You answering what?
Huh?
This guy's
I
a
love you
terrorist.
so much. Like, so much. And you responded to what Brent was saying like 20 minutes ago.
What about this cameras in the chat?
Achilles.
No,
Oh.
he's responding to something on his phone.
Yeah, no.
Oh, because I went when Brent was thinking, that was time ago.
Mine wasn't concerned about us at all.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I didn't listen to a word you said. I don't know what's going on. Welcome to the reaction,
funny.
people. Obviously, we had the big game on yesterday, actually. There was lots of games on the weekend. We haven't spoke about any of them. Man City carried on the charge, battered Fulham 4-0. So that was important. When's Liverpool playing tonight? Did they play on the weekend?
But no check. They
didn't.
They didn't play on the weekend.
They didn't play on the weekend. So, but Liverpool are out of this now, innit? Even if it's going down to the last game of the season, Liverpool are done in this. This is just about Arsenal and Man City.
Yeah.
It's going down to the wire. It's going down to the last game of the season. Obviously, tomorrow night is really important because they got to go to Spurs.
Yeah.
And I swear they never really have good luck against Spurs, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
Spurs are a little bit of their bogey team, innit?
Yeah, but Spurs, apparently, they really celebrated.
Well, they done their they said bye to the
He
fans.
said farewell.
They said farewell to the fans like it was the last home game of the season. Like they ain't got to play City.
They
Yeah,
brought
that was
the children out.
actually crazy. They was out there with the Because you know what they're thinking? They're thinking, why am I going to bring my youth out after the City game after they
100%.
batter us? Like,
Is that what we're thinking?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
they're done in this. Let's just do it now. Go out on a whip. Like they won. Wait, they won. They beat Burnley 2-1. So it's like let's go out on a high, innit?
Yeah.
Let's go on a high and let's say bye on a high.
Yeah.
While the mood's good in the ground and stuff like that. I suppose that's what they were thinking.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
You get me? But yeah, like I'm saying, City kept up the pace. Gonna keep Arsenal true. It's going down to the last game of the season. It's going down to the wire now. But you know what? Big up Arsenal. This is what they did last year. They didn't do this. Like this is a title race. You can win it. Like this is a title race. It's gone down to the wire. You get me? And even with City on their back, they still stay true. I said, you won 27 games this year. That was more than the Invincibles. Like, so Arsenal have done their thing. You know what I'm trying to say? Big
So
them
what
up.
we saying? What we saying? You change your mind
About what?
about Arsenal being like elite now?
No, you need to win something.
Oh, it's still.
Yeah, of course. If you could do this, if you did, like I said, how many times is he gonna do this and you don't win nothing and it doesn't change? Like it's like, come on, man. But yeah, big user up, man. Great effort.
Cool. So at the beginning of the season, you were like, nope, Arsenal's gonna flop again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even in the run in, I think there were about 7 to 10 games where you were like, Arsenal has the worst run in. Can you remember?
Yeah.
And you were like, they're not gonna survive through that. Remember?
Yeah, you dropped points a couple of places, but you done your thing now.
We dropped points. What you talking about? Man City, the draw, or you talking about the Aston Villa loss?
But that's still dropping points. It could be both.
No,
of them.
I just wanted to know which one you're talking about.
Both. If you drop points in both of them, then both of them, you drop points. Anyway, you drop points. That's what I'm talking about. Go on.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, cool. So, do you think next year it's going to be more of the same?
What, more of the same, playing football, not winning that?
If you want to go with that, do you think that's going to happen next year as well?
Yeah, I don't think he's not winning that next year.
Because?
Because you're just not, gonna.
No, because City is?
It's not just City. There's 4 cups.
Huh?
There's 4 cups that they're fighting for at the end of the season.
Let's start
City
again.
didn't win all
Let's
them.
start again. So, next year we're not going to win anything again, yes?
Probably not, no. If I was
And why do you say that?
Because you just ain't good like that. If I was a better man, I'd put money in it that you don't win that next year.
So,
But then again, we still got this season to go. So if you win this title, that might change everything. That might turn the tide.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, if you win this title, then it'll probably turn
Because
the
it's not
tide.
over just yet, 100%. But the last time it is we spoke at the beginning of the season, you were basically saying they were just pretenders. So this was your narrative. They were pretenders.
And
Do you think they're still pretenders?
well, until you win something, you
No,
start cosplaying.
Are Liverpool pretenders?
Yeah.
Ah.
Klopp's the greatest manager in their history. What's he got? 1 Champions League, 1 Prem, finished second, twice maybe?
Are United pretenders?
United are the real deal, but we're not. What, you talk
You're
about
the
the
real
formula.
deal, but continue.
For the past decade, we've been, it's nothing to do with pretending we've been shit.
So how do you qualify pretenders?
What, pretend to be something they're not?
Yeah.
Until you got to win something to certify you ain't nothing. Sorry. I mean, it looks good. I get you
Alright,
talking
so-
about progress and
Cool,
your journey and all that. I get it. And I
So,
understand as an Arsenal fan.
That's fine.
Your things, like, how you feel about the team's totally changed and the progress that you're making and where you have come from and how you're playing and what you're doing. And I get it. But shut up and win something.
Cool. So I'm going to ask you again at the beginning of the season after the transfer window's finished, right? But as we stand right now, top 4 next season.
I don't know. I need to see a window. I need to see how it looks.
No, you didn't have a problem saying what you said before seeing the window last season. I asked you twice.
No, I didn't, 'cause I didn't-
I asked you at the end of the season, and I asked you when it is that the transfer window was finished. I asked
Yeah,
you twice.
I would have answered when the transfer window was finished because I don't know what's going
No,
to
I
happen.
asked you twice. So right now, off the back of you seeing now, twice in a row, we have competed.
Okay, so the transfer, the top 4 will be however the top 4 finishes this year then.
All right. So you're saying if we win, then we win again next season.
If you win the league.
Yeah. You said it will be the same as how it finishes this season, yes?
So the same top 4, not the same order. I don't talk about the order, you just said about who's in the top 4.
Ah, okay. So it will be
I don't know what's the top 4.
Help me.
City,
Help me.
Liverpool.
Help you.
Who's got it? I don't know who's got it. Aston Villa.
Right now, Aston Villa is the 4th. Yes.
Okay, cool then. Yeah, take it. You can take that then if that's what you want.
So City, Arsenal, Liverpool, and Aston Villa. You think that's the same next season?
I can't make a decision because I don't see the window. But if you're forcing me
You
for an
just
answer,
said just now.
then yeah, just take it. Yeah, that's fine. Take that. Yeah.
You become so boring when it is that you don't like the headlines, sports headlines. You could be so boring. You're supposed to be engaging, man.
I'm engaging you.
No, you're not. You're being like a sourpuss.
Because you want me to talk about, you want me to big you up, you want me to fluff you up, and you ain't won nothing. Win something. Wait till after. Win this league, and then we'll just have the conversation that you want to have.
But you had us down not even competing last
so
season.
what? I had you down as shit. Hope that you don't. Okay, you're not
And
going to
this
compete.
is what
You're
I'm
not finishing top
saying.
4 next year.
I
either.
want you to now
Okay,
admit
fine.
that your
Okay,
mind has
fine.
been changed.
No,
With
mate,
new
I ain't changed.
information,
I ain't
new
changed.
data, you've
I
changed
ain't
your mind.
changed. I ain't
Just like the
changed.
Kendrick and the Drake.
I ain't changed. You're not finishing top 4 next year either.
Yeah.
How about that?
All right.
There you go. Does that excite you? Does that warm your cockles?
A little bit.
Yeah, there you go then. Fine. You're not winning top 4 next year.
Fair enough.
There you go.
Let's get onto the game then.
The game, to be fair, it was an embarrassing performance from Arsenal.
Is it?
Yeah, man. I thought you was going to duff us up, man.
Is
I
that
wanted-
right?
I
You
wanted
thought
bare
that?
Goals. Yeah.
Really?
I said it to you before the game. Obviously, at first, there was a few weeks ago when I was saying I don't think you come out Old Trafford with the points, but then
And you even said that last week too.
No, I never
You said anything can happen.
No, I said anything could happen, but I said, remember, after watching the Burnley game and the Crystal Palace game and watching two teams who I believe are subpar go toe-to-toe with us and look like I couldn't tell who the better team was.
Yeah.
There is no way we beat that Arsenal team because
We
Arsenal
weren't
are
even in
clearly
first
better.
gear. It was that
There you
embarrassing,
go.
right? But we still won.
Yeah,
It
we
was
sh-
one of our worst performances of the season, and
it
we
should have
still
been-
won.
Yeah, it should have
One
been.
of the worst performances of the season, and we
It should
still
have been
won.
3-4-0. Yeah, and you're probably bad
Crazy,
luck
right?
because like.
Good
probably-
morning.
Morning. It's the caller from last week.
You let them
I
man
said I
nullify
called
you.
Sorry, the South London fella,
Yeah. I called in last week. It's the caller from last week.
Spurs fan.
Nah, Arsenal fan. I said
Remember
we
he
smashed
said
United.
he was going to call in. I said, are you going to call
okay.
even if they lose? And he said, yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah. But you know what? I can't lie. Mars is right, man. We didn't play our normal game, but I still think that just shows the difference in the two teams because we played probably shit. Man United probably played the best they played in I don't know how long, and the gap was still so.
Yeah, it looked
I
like
think it's testament to where Arsenal are.
I don't think we had a shot on target.
I love
like
the. Is
the
it the
shot
right
on
back?
target. It was Casemiro
Who's
from
the right,
out
who's
the
the
box.
right back?
Who Dallo?
No. Who's the right wing?
Dallo, innit? Ahmad.
Ahmad.
I
like him.
Yeah,
He's
Ahmad's
cold, by the way. That's another reason Hog needs to get sacked, bro. Because I don't know how you had men on the bench all season. You're playing Anthony, all these men out there.
Yeah, Ahmad's
that's
decent.
crazy.
Ahmad's decent, but
He's probably your best player.
what on the pitch?
Yeah, him or do you know who else I thought was decent, but he got cooked once? What's my man's name? The Algerian, Moroccan guy.
Amrabat.
Yeah. I thought he played all right, you know.
To be fair
Considering.
to be fair to them, yeah, with that makeshift team, like they done half decent. It didn't look.
You held your own. To be fair.
Yeah, it didn't look.
But we
that
didn't
bad.
even
But
get.
they
Let's
never-
be
they
honest
just
though,
never
we
had enough.
didn't really get our first.
A lot of the good players that you would want performances from didn't give it to you, but like the fact that they can play like that and man are still saying it was decent, it shows you just how far we've fallen, man. Because we was terrible at the same time. Like you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
Like,
you were kind of bad, but that's probably I've seen you play in at least a month, probably like since you played Liverpool.
Yeah,
that's probably the best you played, bro, and you were still shit.
It just goes to show how bad it is, man. I suppose because
it's
I don't know what we could take away from that. Like I'm saying, I expected more. I expected more goals. I thought we was going to get absolutely ran through, but even in doing that, like we wasn't good. Like we wasn't.
Do you know the things you could take away from that?
I
can't lie, there are not many positives, yeah, but I think one thing you need to take is Højlund. He ain't ready yet, man. He ain't ready yet, bro.
I think he might be like
Bro,
Rooney,
man.
man. I think he needs a run of games to get back. When Rooney used to get injured,
A run of games, bro. I swear he plays every game.
Huh?
I swear he plays every game for you lot, though.
Yeah, but he would. But Rooney would as well. But usually when he gets injured, he takes a few games to get back. Remember, he hit that purple patch, and he just ain't been the same since the injury. And then even regardless, I know he had the chance where he slipped and stuff like that. But regardless, it's not like say like someone like Darwin Núñez that's getting hella chances and doing crazy things like that. That's not his story. Like, so even though like he's not doing enough, the sample size of what we got to see ain't enough either. Like, it's like they don't pass him the ball. Sometimes he's getting one shot a game. Sometimes he's getting no shots a game. So it's not like to say,
bro, I saw a stat. You know, my man's had in his last 27 or something, he's had 30 shots or something. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, but
for a
that's what I
striker.
say. It's easy to say, oh, he's not good enough, but that's no fault of his own. It's not because he's not getting into the positions or not making runs or whatever. Like, it's 11. There's 10 other players on the pitch. Like, they're not giving him or creating the opportunities for him. Or
I think if you man had a half decent like a clinical, like even clinical striker or someone that's going to create a chance yesterday, I think you made that game tough for us. You know, if you've got one up front that can bang goals, yeah, that game. I don't think we see that game out 1-0. I think that game ends 1-1.
So
we probably even lose that.
A man who gets one pass from one pass a game, basically, you're saying we need a clinical striker. So we need a man that's gonna, so if we say he had 30 shots, is gonna get 30 goals from them. Them kind of people don't even exist too tough. That you get what I'm trying to say? That's a different level.
Or you need a striker that's gonna create his own chances, maybe.
What, pick the ball up from deep and run and
not even pick the ball up deep, but like someone you can get the ball to him. You don't need to just put it on a plate for him, because it sounds like to me, Højlund's a man that he needs it on a plate, silver spoon, everything. Like he needs the whole works just to get a goal.
Which is
fine, that a man you want leading your front line?
But he's not getting it. If you even look at some of the chances that he's got, like I don't know. Like, I watch a lot of the teams play, like a lot of their strikers. Like he's not afforded the same opportunities as the rest of these strikers. They're not the way the team's playing, the way it's set up. He's not. I hardly ever see him bearing down on goal 1-on-1 and like just him and the goalkeeper, and he's got to make a decision or like a cutback to him in space and like they're not creating the kind of opportunities that you would want ideally for a striker to get. It doesn't matter what striker you.
No, you're right.
It doesn't matter what striker you put there. It's not going to change. If you look at his goals and the way that he's got them, it's like there's something to do with the build-up and the way that the team plays. That's not really conducive to a lot of goals. You know what I'm trying to say? And I'm not saying he's amazing, whatever. He's a young boy. He's good. We've got a decent goal return on him for the amount of goals he played. If you add up all the goals in all competition, which is not terrible, which is in keeping with what he's been like his whole career. And he's young and he's building. He's going to grow and all that. But I just don't think that all that stuff's a crazy indictment on him. Like the team's not firing. It's not like the team's firing and playing great football, and he's the one that's shit in the bed. That's not really the case. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, so you got to take it all into consideration. Like context is important. You get me?
What about Bruno and that?
Because either way, we need another striker. The argument is, do you go, like, what would be the point of having two young boys? Do you go with someone that's a bit more certified and ready to 10? And if that was the case, does it slow up his development because they'll be in front of him? So then again, already it shows kind of thing like what you've got in it. Like it's definitely about potential and being the future. And I think he's shown that he's got potential. You get me? And he's shown that he's got
they're saying that you might be getting that Sesko guy. Apparently his agent was at the game yesterday.
I see that. Oh, it's Benjamin.
But he's a young boy though. He's like 20 as well.
Yeah. So maybe they can split the duties or whatever. I don't know what we need. I don't know whether I prefer a more established older striker like or someone to split it with. I don't know. Actually, you know what? Because he's young, I don't think it would affect his development too much. I wouldn't mind someone older and just certified, more certified that he can learn off and play with. That wouldn't be terrible for me.
And the other thing as well, bro. Hey, Casemiro again, G. I told you about my man, bro. Last week, he's a liability. He's a liability, bro.
Yeah, you see that.
I know
goal,
you was vexed. Yeah? I know you was vexed yesterday when you saw that. Innit? Don't lie.
That goal that goal like that was so annoying. Like,
bro, he was too busy rapping 2 wings and chips, bro, at the back, fam. I can't lie. I don't know what he was doing at the back, bro.
So annoying. Just clear your lines, just get out, just push up and just get out. He's just strolling, doing all that foolishness. Like that was.
A man trying to cover him for him, saying, "Oh, it's because he's not a centre back." He still had his midfield mind on and all that. I'm thinking, stop it, bro. He's just lazy, bro. He just didn't see the danger on that.
Yeah, no, it was poor, man. But it was a big fee to pay for him to get us in the Champions League. He delivered, and then now the wheels fell off. We're just trying to get him out of there, man. 2 seasons max. If Saudi will come and give us some money, it is what it is, man. But he's definitely...
Yeah, you need to offload, man, bro.
Yeah,
what did Carragher say? Leave the game before the game leaves you or whatever, man.
Yeah, that was a bit harsh.
That was cold,
from Carragher still.
Yeah, Carragher's like that, though, isn't it? It's what he does. But yeah, man, anyway, on to tomorrow. I'm still confident Spurs are going to do it, man. There's something about it, bro. I just feel it. I feel it in the air, man.
written in the
I'm not
stars,
even gonna
bro.
lie,
Yeah.
man. I don't know why I had this feeling this morning that Spurs are gonna do it as well.
Do you get it? Like, I just
Or
don't know why.
like-
I don't know if it's their record. I don't know if it's just because, like, it would be so funny for them to help Arsenal win the title. Like, all these things are just popping in my mind. I just think, like, it's got to be, like, do you know what I'm
I can
saying?
see it at this point. I want Arsenal to win the title, man. I'm not even joking. Like, where
You're
we
just
are
saying
now,
that because
No. Where we are now
like-
today with what's going on, Arsenal need to win the title, man. Come on, man.
would you not say that we deserve it?
Huh?
Would you not say that we deserve it?
You deserve it if you win it.
If you're, oh nah, you know what I'm saying though, innit? Performances
Yeah, we're not giving
like that 2024 running, bro.
We're not giving that. We're
Nah,
not
man, I
giving
can't
out
lie.
participation trophies and all that. I'm not from that school. If you deserve it, you'll win it. That's the truth.
What if it comes down to goal difference?
When all's said and done, huh?
What if it's goal difference? What if we lose it on goal difference or some shit?
Your goal difference is better than theirs in a minute. So if they draw with Spurs,
Nah, but I think there's a way. Yeah, if they draw with Spurs,
if they
but
draw
I
with
think
Spurs,
it's
then
like,
you are
if-
on the same points, yeah, and then they would have to murder the last game of their season because you've got a better goal difference. I think it's by maybe.
Nah, I think it's something like, bro, if we only beat Everton 1-0 and they win like 5-0, which they could easily do, they'll win it by like 1 goal. Something
What's
like
the goal
that.
difference
It's
now in
something
a minute?
mad.
Is it 4? 3?
It's 3.
Okay.
Yeah. So it could come down to
But
literally
that's still
1 goal.
That's still hard. That's still work for them to do. If they draw, because I don't know whether they'll lose to Spurs, but they can draw. If they draw, then it goes down to the last game of the season. Then they got to win by 3 goals. That's that's pressure on them. Who's their last game, Brent? Do you know?
Who?
City.
West Ham.
And who's your
At
game?
home, bro. Everton at home as well.
Yeah, you're at home. You'll be straight. Everyone ain't doing all
So
that.
as confident as I am, yeah, and it's probably like, I don't know, it's probably me being stupid, yeah, but as confident as I am, I do have this feeling that even if Spurs nick a result tomorrow, we shit the bed in the last game of the season. Something in the back of my mind that is also in my head as well. We just flop it against Everton and lose it that way as well.
I don't think he's got shit to bed in the last game of the season. I think Yuzo will do what he needs to do. And if Spurs can take points off them and they draw, then it's just all eyes on City whether they can just absolutely batter West Ham and get the goal difference up, which will make it entertaining as well. But I would expect both of you to win your last games of the season. The banana skin here.
Yeah, I'd expect it, but yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. But do you know what? As an Arsenal fan, man, I just said, look, push them to the end of the season, last game of the season. I really wanted to beat you lot. I can't lie, I wanted to smash you lot for just as a revenge thing, but I'll take the win anyway. Take the 1-0. And yeah, I'm just glad we pushed it to the end of the season. Whatever happens now, I don't care, man. I don't really care at this point, but yeah, is what it is.
I'm an honorary Arsenal fan to the end of the season anyway. I'm supporting you guys. You get me? I want Spurs to do it. I want Spurs to do it.
Come on. Trust me. Brent, what, you confident? You think we got it? You think Spurs got it tomorrow?
No, I don't. I have no confidence in them at all. They were celebrating yesterday, man. They're finished.
Yeah, that was wild.
They packed it in. They said thanks. See you next year.
Yeah, but I can't. Surely they can't go out sad with the wife and kids at the game on tomorrow, man. Surely they're all going to be at the game. It's not home.
They're not bringing the wife and kids tomorrow, bruv. They bring them already. They done their thing. They done their thing.
Hey. Nah, I hear you still. The kids are going to be wrapped up in bed, bro. They ain't even watching tomorrow, bro. They're going to be sleeping, man.
Oh, well, that's jokes. Well, we'll have to wait and see till tomorrow, man. All eyes do to tomorrow. Big business.
Yeah, man. Trust. But anyway, you, man. Love, though. Big up.
Bless. Thank you very much.
Dave.
All right, man. Well, that was the end of that discourse. I ain't got no more headlines to read. We're going to get out of here soon. Should we just go to Dana Air quickly?
We can go to outro. We can do that here tomorrow.
All right, then let's go to outro.
To Chris Ogun, I received your email and we will address it tomorrow. So tune in tomorrow and we will address it. Thank you very much.
Master this morning.
Oh yeah, you're okay.
Done.
My friend going to use the toilet and you close your mouth over there.
We get it. You're going
You
on
close it up.
holiday, innit?
Give for a weekend, you know. So
Leave him.
Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. Big up you guys every single time. We appreciate you. We love the support that you show us. I can't lie to my energy is
Listen.
low. But that being said, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I know you guys really enjoyed today's episode. I read it as well. Everyone that called in, big up you lot. Big up Taser. Always, every single time. Big up the lovely Jess. Fellow June Villa. Big up you, girl. The guy that called for the football. Who else is there? Christy, BOE, every single time.
Raheem.
Dwayne, honey. And everyone else who influenced interactions.
Big up
Crucial
Emmanuel,
J.
who made an appearance.
Big up. We're not bigging up members of staff.
He ain't been in.
That's true,
He ain't
actually.
been in.
Big up E-Man. Big
Nice
up
surprise.
Black Rob. Big
How
up
many days did he do last
Crucial
week?
J.
He did
How many days did we?
2.5, maybe 2, maybe pushing it.
What was
2.
last week? Oh, we had Bank Holiday Monday. Yeah, he was there on Tuesday.
Oh yeah, it was bank holiday as well, wasn't it?
Yeah. Good times. All right. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, all that great stuff. If you want to send dilemmas in, have you done the website?
I have.
You're not gonna promote it,
What, man?
I'm going to promote it on the Insta. We have a guest tomorrow.
do we?
Really?
Yeah, we will see. Don't worry. I'm gonna make the.
I said we'll see you there.
God damn.
Excuse me, do
Yeah,
you want
I
me to
said-
prep for the interview or not? I said we'll see.
It's Gina's friend.
Did you know it?
Nope.
Who?
I think he's Ghanaian too.
Who?
Edward. Scooty.
Oh, Angel.
That's the one. Angel.
Okay.
His name's Angel.
I call him Angel, but I know who he's talking about.
Oh, is he an angel?
Is he an angel?
Yeah.
No.
You're thinking too long.
No, what do you mean?
No, I'm just thinking like, is he like an angel? That's why you call him Angel.
No, when you see him, he's so funny because the name doesn't suit the person.
Stop it. Okay. Well, you'll be finding out with us tomorrow in real time. What else is there? If you want to send dilemmas in, inquire about the show, feature on the show. Our email address is thedayafter@thenewblack.com. We are on The Day After TNB on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and on Discord. And as Brent said, he will be putting up the link for the website.
Yeah.
And that's where it just makes it easier for your dilemmas and stuff. Just
Yeah.
go on there. I'm sure you can send. No, you can't. They can't send voice notes in there. Can they?
No.
Do that on a WhatsApp number.
Yeah.
07564841073. Anyways, I've got a migraine. I'm tired. Everyone is here. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Peace.
Bye.